What's good, my gamers and ballers, and welcome to eFIBA Season 1. I'm your host, Vince Chang, a.k.a. The Energy, and you're about to watch 30 national teams compete in 4 different regions. I am so excited to host this event, and I know my co-host is too. I'm going to introduce him lightly because he is my brother from the Down Under. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Simpson, how you feeling, man?
Vince, excited and delighted to be back for another eFIBA tournament, eFIBA Season 1. We've got 6 epic days of action here. No better man to be on the desk with me. We're going to have so much fun, so much energy, kindred spirit. I can't wait, mate.
I can't wait. Now, you're my eFIBA expert. The reason why, he was a part of FIBA Open 1, 2, and 3. The first one had 17 teams, the next one 36, and the last one had 60. What can the viewers expect from this tournament?
Oh, my God. So the format now is what it's all about. That's the narrative here. Round robin, one loss, and you might be going home. So the pressure is on, the national pride. It's pretty exciting stuff, Vince.
Absolutely. But I think the viewers need to know a little bit more about us. So I want you to tell me 3 things that I may not know, but I know definitely they don't know about yourself.
Okay, so Aussie Australian, guilty as charged. Shout out to Dublin and Sydney, okay? Former semi-pro player in real life. Shout out to the Sydney City Comets. And of course, as you already mentioned, I was lucky enough to be on the call for some amazing finals there at previous eFIBA tournaments. Delighted to be back. But tell us a little bit about yourself, Vince.
All right, really quick. I also played college basketball, Division 2 and 3. You know, shout out to Mongolia and also City College of New York. And also, I was the FIBA 3x3 host on Twitch that actually helped with the 3x3 Olympic qualifiers. Shout out to my 3x3 team. And also, just to answer some questions, my mother is Jamaican Chinese, so that's where the Chang comes from. Absolutely amazing, right?
Absolutely, dude. I think we're going to have so much fun this week. It's going to be awesome. Audience, you're in for a lot of energy, let me tell you that. We promise.
Oh, my God. Now, we're going to be with you all during this weekend when it comes to the qualifiers, semifinals, and finals, which are going to be played this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, in which one of these national teams from each region will be crowned champion, but playing in NBA2K. And I can't wait, but I think the viewers need to know how this tournament is going to work, so check it out.
The eFIBA season. Tips off.
Now, we have 4 regions, and I said Asia, Africa, Europe, and also the Americas. And we're going to break this up a little bit because 2 of the regions are standalones, but 2 other regions we're going to split into 2 conferences. Now, with the Asia, it's going to be Southeast Asia and Middle East, and with the America, it's going to be North America and South America. Now, Chris, why are we doing this?
Yeah, this is really important. This is all about fairness and competition, okay? It makes sense geographically to group the countries together so the latency on the servers is as low as possible to make sure the viewers have the best possible experience. It's an awesome format for the tournament, has to be said.
So there's a possibility of 6 champions from each region. Think about that, 6 individual champions, each region going to have their own champion. So let's show the program for this weekend coming up. Now, on Friday, the 20th, we have the Asia qualifiers. Then after that, the 21st on Saturday, Africa. And lastly, one of our biggest regions, Europe. I can't wait to see them play.
Yeah, absolutely. But of course, today we're going to be starting with the eFIBA qualifiers for Asia. So let's have a look at the map right here. And I love these graphics. This is so cool. Check it out. That's all. Look at all the countries that are going to be participating right there. You can see why geographically makes sense to group them together. Very, very cool. It's a truly global tournament we've got going here. But we're going to start with 3 games in Southeast Asia today. And man, this is going to be really, really fun because immediately we have Indonesia versus the newcomers, Mongolia. So why is this so important? Indonesia and the Philippines are the 2 powerhouses of this region right here. Mongolia, though, might be able to cause an upset in game number 1. So, you know, the format is absolutely awesome. Then we're going to have Philippines and Indonesia. That, Vince, is being billed as a heavyweight title fight.
That's going to be fantastic. And now that's Southeast Asia. Now we're going to go to the other side, which is the Middle East. Now these games are going to be even crazier, and you'll explain why later. But first, we got Saudi Arabia versus Lebanon. That's going to be fantastic. Qatar versus Lebanon, and to close out will be Qatar versus Saudi Arabia. Now, why am I saying this is so important? Because I think history may be made. Why is that?
Oh, this is absolutely epic, Vince. So what we got in Saudi Arabia, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, they're going for the 4-peat, all right? They're the only team in this entire tournament that have won the 3 previous iterations. Now they're going for number 4. Can someone take the crown, or are the Saudis going to bring it home again? I can't wait to watch it. They are the team to beat in this region.
Now we're going to see who's going to take the crown. But here's the reason why we're talking about kingdoms, because every kingdom has a certain point that you got the king, you got the jester, but they're different moving parts. Now what we have here is a couple of people who are eFIBA squad members that are all over the world that's going to give us all the intel about the tournament. And we have someone coming on the screen in just a moment, coming live from Turkey. I am so excited to introduce Alper, and I'm going to say it the way you told me, Bison, because he's going to be our eyes and ears of this tournament. Hey, Alper, can you hear me, man?
Yes, sir. What's up, man? How have you been doing, man?
Man, I am fantastic. Now, please tell me, how excited are you for this tournament?
I can't even describe it with my words, man. You know, it's like, first of all, shout out to you guys. You guys look amazing right now. Very energetic, and I'm really proud of be part of the eFIBA season 1, and I'm glad that I'm here.
So you've seen a lot of esports, and of course, you've been all over the world. Are you looking at any other country that may take it for this tournament?
So this is like Asia qualifiers today, right?
Yes.
Because of that, I'm gonna tell my favorite of today. It is actually Saudi Arabia is my favorite for today.
Oh man, they're about
like,
to make some history. It's gonna be 4 times. It's gonna be crazy. But thank you so much. I can't wait to get your intel about the rest of the tournament. And you taught me a little Turkish. How do I say thank you in Turkish real quick?
Teşekkür ederim.
Teşekkür ederim. Teşekkür ederim. I'll see you in a little bit, man.
See you.
All right, now, he's not the only eFIBA squad member. We also got to talk to Kevin Modelo. He's going to be the host on Twitch, and he's going to explain why it's so important for you to tune in live on TikTok, which is absolutely fantastic. So he's going to play his role right now. Bam. All right, eFIBA world, right now we have an eFIBA squad member on the line right here. Kevin Modelo, how you feeling, brother?
Whew. I'm excited, nervous, but I'm happy to be here, man. Great to be part of eFIBA season 1. It's an exciting time for 2K players like me.
Beautiful. Now, we know you are basically the host, the main person on TikTok. So what is your role on TikTok for this eFIBA season 1?
Well, we've got a huge audience in TikTok, and I know you'll be running the stream on YouTube and Twitch, which is a great platform, but we got some viewers of 2K FIBA tournament, esport FIBA tournament on TikTok. So I'll be bringing a little bit of a lighthearted but in-depth, fun coverage of the games. It's gonna be exciting, but you know what TikTok is. It's like a fun site. So we'll make it as fun as we can.
Absolutely. Now, I know your gamer tag is Delo2K. What can the viewers expect to see on TikTok when it comes to this first season?
Oh, I think in the first season of eFIBA, you'll see players from all over the world, not just one country. I know we've had some great tournaments in the 2K League in the US, but it's time to showcase the talent all over the world, and there's no other platform that can reach a number, this big of an audience, but TikTok. So I'm here to be your guy, to just show you my analysis and my knowledge about 2K.
Thank you so much, Kevin Modelo. Again, he's going to be the captain, the host right there on TikTok. We're going to be live on Twitch, and also you can check out YouTube. However, we're going to get into something that's a little bit more important. Now, we're playing NBA2K, and creating an avatar is crucial. You got to make sure your archetype is right. You got to make sure you have the best possible way for you to win. And we actually got the captain of the Mongolian team explaining how to make the perfect player on NBA2K. Watch it now.
And I hope this example can help you to make your own avatar to play as a point guard. I use left and it's 6-4, so I situation is 90, speed is 80. My avatar is different. Dunk and also really good driving. As a point guard.
Cash moves everything around. No, let me stop. I'm sorry. Now, Chris, explain why that was so important.
Yeah, first of all, shout out. That was an awesome video. Really great breakdown right there. And listen, Vince, it's all about the meta, okay? Your avatar, your build. We're going to see some tactics that we see at the highest possible level in 2K because these are the best players in the world right here deployed. You can't really hit those tactics unless you have the correct avatar build. What is going to be really interesting is to see any teams who go off meta, though, with some of their builds. We've seen sometimes an entire lineup of power forwards. I mean, this is going to be really cool, but great video, and yeah, all about the meta, mate.
Captain of Mongolia, and now we are moments away for the first ever game for the eFIBA Season 1, and it's going to be between Mongolia and Indonesia, and I think it's time people look at the matchups. Let's check them out right now.
Yeah, let's take a look. I mean, this is all about national pride. These young men right here, Sam Nation, Erman, Bill, Bileg, and Fizza are about to represent Mongolia on the international stage. And look, the player to look for here, the narrative for me, more than likely Sam Nation. Expect him to maybe contribute even half of Mongolia's points. Who you got there for Indonesia?
Okay, now we got Indonesia. We got Ina Atrex, we got Ina Defoe, we got Ina Fuego, Ina Vert, and Ina Hezit. A lot of Ina right there because they're representing their country right. And I can't wait to see, I want to say Fuego, all right? I like the name. It's fiery. It's ready to go. And he's probably going to do a lot of work behind the arc. Now, before we continue, I want you to do something for you guys. Now, we're watching on Twitch, right? We're on Twitch. And now I have an iPad right here. Now, I want to see all the players participate in something that's called watching this game and also going in the chat. I want you guys to see you guys in the chat. So right now, I can get to everyone because we want to make sure you guys are involved with the game. It's always about power to the players, but now power to the viewers. So anything you do, I want you guys to go crazy in the chat. Let me see you. Let me see you. Oh, this is insane. I love it. I love it. I love it. So at the end of the day, all through the games, we're going to see you participate, and I can't wait to see you. So let's go. And we have a lot of things that we're going to cover right now, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. But hey, national pride is what it's all about as well. So whether your team is up or down, the thing I love, Vince, give us some hot takes in the chat, all right? Who's winning? Who's going to get the MVP for the game? And then stand by your country because that's what this is all about. Going to be truly freaking epic. Can't wait.
I can't wait. And now we got a lot of people coming in the chat. Again, people are coming in and they're representing Saudi Arabia. Fantastic. They're representing, I need my Mongolians. I got to see some stickers. Let me see some flags. Let me see some flames. And this is going to be great. Now, we're about to get started with the games, and I'm telling you, I am hyped. This is the first game of the eFIBA Season 1, Mongolia versus Indonesia. Let's get it going. Woo! Oh, I see them. They're ready. We have the captains right here, and I can't wait. I see Sam is just ready, and thank you so much, Sam, for that amazing video breaking down on which that you can use to make a perfect player for eFIBA. That's
yeah, what's great here is, look at this. We got the entire support apparatus. You can see the players who are in one room there as well. That's really important for communication, Vince. So no headsets. They're actually able to just communicate with one another. You know, a lot goes into getting these teams ready. There are coaches. There is training. There is preparation. preparation, there's statisticians, there's even dietists. I mean, literally nutrition comes into this, getting a good night's sleep before you play. It's just like real basketball. So you see the whole team there behind them. I really love that shot. This is going to be truly epic. And of course, Pro Am mode, Vince. 5v5, highly customizable game mode. So we're seeing the team, the national colors on the teams right here, the stadium. It's all, it's just awesome. I love it.
Absolutely beautiful. So we got different captains going to be representing everybody, but I want to go to the chat really fast because I see people know that we're in Denmark. We got Harisha1, thank you so much. The Croc, thank you so much. PBE, Evril, let's go. We're excited to get this game underway. Mongolia versus Indonesia. As you see right now, Mongolia and coming up, and now we have the tip-off, so let's get it going.
Oh my God, here we go. First possession of eFIBA Season 1. Fuego with the ball. Corner man wide open. And our first three, Vince.
What did I say? I said follow this man. He is hot. He's ready to boil some water. He's going to make some breakfast this morning. And a fantastic shot right there in the corner. And as you can see right here, this is a beautiful play. Coming up, coming right back. Oh, Mongolia off the mark.
Yeah, quick transition bucket down the other end. And just like that, Indonesia flexing already on Mongolia here. 5-zip, 5 unanswered points. Mongolia just got to slow it down here a little bit, Vince. Try to get control and look, play their game. I felt like they rushed that first possession. That's a nice drive. Put back, nice.
Little pump fake, making sure the defender goes in the air, and beautiful too. Now, it's just a 3-point game. 4 minutes left in the first. It's already getting exciting. We already seen the three, already seen the dunk, and fantastic ball movement. But oh my God, wide open lane, parting the Red Sea like Moses. That's beautiful.
Yeah, big time. Fuego with that giant purple afro. So he stands out. Fuego, the man of the moment, actually getting the interception here. Again, trying to work some quick points. Reach in foul. I actually like that foul.
Oh my, that's a good foul. Stop the transition. Sometimes when you keep going, all of a sudden the flow of the game goes one way, you start to lose yourself. But Fuego already has 3 points and a steal, controlling it as a point guard. Beautiful pass and a dunk. Woo-hoo! They better be prepared. Mongolia better start playing some good offense.
Yeah, big time. Look, it just looks as though Mongolia haven't quite woken up. Like, the game started, lads. You got to show up. That's a good movement right there. And, oh, you got to hit that shot, though. And unlucky. Like, look, the good news is the tactic worked, Vince. They worked the open shot. Just got to make it.
Like Indonesia right now, really calm, right? But beautiful backdoor play up more. This is fantastic. And let's break down the teams really fast. Again, on my right side, Indonesia, you see Ina Andrex, Thafo, Fuego, Vert, and Hezi. And they're really working together as good as a team right now.
Yeah, big time. And Sam Nation, Erman, Bill, Ehabele, and Fizka, look, they know what they're going up against right here. Those players there from Mongolia. They're going up against a really good Indonesian team. They just got to play their game and don't look at the scoreboard sometimes.
Not look at the scoreboard. Great ball movement. Crazy three behind the arc. Off it just a little bit. Man, I think he flicked it a little bit too fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Easier said than done trying to stroke those green every time. Fuego already activated, though, with a massive driving dunk. Oh, my word. Listen, production team, put that dunk on the highlight reel. Goodness gracious me.
I don't know, there's sometimes something called the commentator's curse, but that is the commentator's blessing. I said this man is tough, and he's showing that his Fuego name is right because he's been activated. But great three behind the arc. Right there.
We see the little money icon above the big man's name. Now, that might be the secret weapon because I don't think Indonesia were expecting the big man with the 3 ball. If they can work that, then we could be in for a massive treat here. Fuego looking to drive the lane again.
Oh, look, at the end of the day, look, we're going to be honest with you. It is some internet stuff, so if things are delayed, it's just how it works. But again, we're right back at it, and then a good foul to stop game right now.
Yeah, look, sometimes coach will be happy with a foul, right, Vince? To say, good foul, dumb foul, or that's a good foul right there. Here, look at Erman. That's the 3-shooting big man. That might be the difference here. Already Mongolia down by 8 points here in the first quarter, so a little bit behind. This possession pretty important. Only 4 to shoot, gets it up. Very nice, Vince.
Ooh, beautiful, beautiful stroke behind the arc. Great three, and they're closing that gap. Now it's a 5-point game. And now Indonesia, great passing, beautiful two-handed dunk. That's teamwork, baby.
Yeah, now look, what you can see is happening here is Mongolia just not quite on the ball, quite literally, when it comes to defense. They've got to man up. They've got to really cover those lanes and stop those quick, easy buckets. They do that, they'll make this a contest 100%.
Absolutely, but right now, Mongolia basically controlling the pace, great ball movement right now on top of the key. Point guard looking, surveying, right cross pass. Now that's a 3 off one leg. Woo! Excellent, wide open. Candy.
Oh, that was beautiful right there. Man, when they're off balance like that, just to understand the folks at home, stroking that, getting it to drop, really, really difficult. Open man in the corner, missed. Oh, a rare miss here from the Indonesians. And Mongolia now trying to close the gap even more. That's an interesting foul. Just a tiny bit of jitters right there, and we're already in the bonus.
All right, right now the captain Mongolia, showing why he's the captain. I mean, there's an old saying, shots win games, but free throws win championships, and you can't miss those. And now, again, closing that gap, it's a 2-point game.
Yeah, big time. So here comes Fuego. He's activated. He knows that they've just lost their 8-point lead. It's down to 2. Again, that's a good foul. I don't mind trying to pick the pocket right there, because they get it back here, Mongolia, and they score. They might have the lead.
I gotcha. And again, Eno Fuego is actually the captain of this Indonesian team, and he's showing why with that beautiful purple afro, how good he really is going in. Oh, got denied, rejected. Ooh, that was nasty.
Yeah, that was really, really good defense here from Mongolia. So they've overcome the early jitters. Oh, to rattle out there, a little unlucky. They can count themselves nearly to tie it up. And again, though, we got the reach-in foul, and we're in the bonus. And look, Thapo is activated as well. Big man hit. Free throw, Vince.
That's what you got to do. Shaquille O'Neal, you already know one of the best big men in the game, but he was always at the end trying to shoot 53 throws before he got out of that gym. But as you see, we got a whole bunch of players activated, and we talked about those archetypes. Now, they're going to be really locked in on what they're going to be good at. I mean, we got some defense going on. No one's moving from the captain of Mongolia, but he's surveying again. Beautiful backdoor play. Well, why did he give up that layup?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of taking points when they're on offer, so the high percentage points right here. 5 seconds left. Quick inbound. Nice shot. Missed it. Wow, 3 men there for the offensive board, and they couldn't quite get it. What a first quarter, though. I got to tell you, Indonesia, they came out firing, but Mongolia clawed back.
Man, Fuego is showing why he's the captain of that team, and I have to admit, it's exciting to watch these 2 Asian qualifying teams going after, because as you talk, it's basically a round-robin situation. If they lose, they're basically in the doghouse for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. One loss and you might be going home, and this is going to be such just a hotly contested region right here. Again, just to remind you, if you're tuning in, Indonesia, Philippines, Mongolia for the Southeast Asia region, and it's Indonesia and the Philippines are the favorites. Mongolia here, though, as they miss another 3, good offensive board. Going to reset the offense there, and another reach in.
Well, you got to care about these reach-in fouls. You know, when you get the other team in the bonus, I'm telling you, those free throws are going to be crucial coming to the end of the game. And now it's only a 4-point game with 4 minutes left in this amazing match. But I see Mongolia, great pass across, and I know you don't like those passes across, but that was almost smart. But this crazy shot pass, which I love doing in real life, beautiful spin move by the big man. Oh, but he's off the mark.
Yeah, and look, we spoke about archetypes. As we get a quick transition bucket, Indonesia will try to do that whenever they can, those quick, easy buckets. That was like 2 seconds from one end of the court to the other. The archetypes, contested shots down in the paint, it's all going to add up. That's what it's all about. And, here comes Balaji. He's trying to knock this in. He missed, off balance. Again, it's hard to stroke that green, though, Vince. It truly is. Sam Nation resetting, looking at the pick and roll. Takes his 3, missed again, and another offensive board, though. Fizz is absolutely eating up the glass there, Vince.
Crash the boards. I'm telling you, offensive rebound so crucial when it comes to the games. But again, Fuego off the interception in transition 3. Love seeing him. Beautiful shot, my man.
Yeah, and look, that's the skill. That is a captain's bucket right there. Takes them back out to a 9-point lead. Shows you how quickly you can get down against a team like Indonesia. They get the ball, they rarely miss, Vince.
Exactly. Now, if you're not on Twitch, you better get on right now. And I just saw the poll, 67% says that Indonesia is going to take this game. And the way they're playing, I'm not against it with a monster jam by the big fella from Indonesia.
Yeah, look, I think our highlights department are probably going to actually give us the package on all of these quick transition buckets. The rebound, the instant outlet. Mongolia have just got to switch on defensively. and get to those passing lanes. They're going to have to leave a man pretty much at half court to stop that from happening.
The beautiful pump fake. If you move your feet, you lose your seat in grade 2. And also, don't forget to follow eFIBA official on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch as soon as possible. That's eFIBA_official. Now back to the game. Captain Eno Fuego, cross, boss from the mid-range. That was wet like rain. I'm loving this guy.
Yeah, that was a really sweet mid-range jump shot there. I just love that giant purple afro, mate. You think I could pull that off, Vince?
I would love to see it. I would love to see it, Chris.
But he is all over the court. Like, this is what happens, you know. Oh, we see a nice dunk on the interior. Good work from Mongolia. Can I say, that was a crucial bucket.
Yeah.
It was important that they just scored. There are too many empty possessions right there. But yeah, Fuego living up to his reputation coming in.
That's amazing. Now again, right here, this is Eno Fuego right there, and Eno Fuego is in the middle that has that purple hair, and he's also the captain of Indonesia on the right. So again, that middle player with that boss look, and also passing it to his amazing teammate, rocking down that 3.
Ooh, really, really nice. And look, we've seen Fizz in the bottom left corner there. He's been eating up the glass, really helping with some offensive boards. Nothing like a second chance at points, but this is pressure defense and a big old dunk right there. Again, turnover points in under 2 seconds, man.
As you saw that silly heads being, yeah, too small. I'm a big boy, and I'm going to score on you. But I'm going to see if Mongolia has an answer back. Right now, they're playing timid. I know they're a lot better players than this, a lot better team, but then showing that 3 shows that spark of life.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a really nice 3. I mean, down 14 before that. They're going to need a few more points here. Coming up on 1 minute left in the first half. It's nearly halftime in game number 1 here, eFIBA Season 1. Exciting stuff, Vince.
Now, right there, the teams are getting lazy, and then, yes, I'm talking about Mongolia. Look, there's been so many amazing backdoor cuts and easy passes for lays when it comes to Indonesia's offense. Mongolia's defense has to step it up because, as you see, it's a 13-point deficit with less than a minute left in the second, and I'm telling you, once you get to that 20 mark in eFIBA Season 1, when it comes to NBA2K, it's very hard to call back.
Yeah, 20 points is kind of like the first nail in the coffin, shall we say. It's really, really hard to claw back. You make a good point. The one thing I'm liking, though, is that hustle there from Mongolia as they get a turnover. But do you see how quickly Indonesia are back to play defense? Yep. That's a 2. It helps. But look, everything that Mongolia is kind of doing wrong, shall we say, at the moment, their coach will be sitting there taking notes, the type of adjustments they'll be making.
Yes, I'm telling you right now. But again, crazy bombing behind the arc. It's just falling. 36-24. Indonesia, I think, has found their stride. They found how to play together. I mean, it's a national team. It's national pride. But man, I am really impressed by this Indonesian team.
Yeah, they're performing as expected. You know, coming in potentially favorites with the Philippines, just that title fight coming up a little bit later on to see who can take home the region. But Mongolia, they can hold their heads high. They're still in this game, A, all right? They're still in the game. B, they're playing pretty well. And like I said, the mistakes they're making, very fixable.
Yeah, absolutely very fixable. I mean, we're about to end right now when it comes to the second half. And off the mark, about 3.2 seconds left. Cross-court, great defense by Indonesia, making sure you keep that hand in the passing lane so they couldn't get that last point going into the halftime.
All right, inbound here. We're going to have no break at halftime, straight into second half. Here it comes. Got to get a shot off. He's activated. Is it in, Vince? Oh, my goodness, that was almost a Steph Curry shot. Now we're seeing a great first game for eFIBA Season 1. And I'm telling you, Indonesia, you're not disappointed. Mongolia, I have a couple things to say about it, but I'm going to go to my eFIBA expert. What does Mongolia need to do to get back in the game? Yeah, look, one thing, if I'm their coach, and you can see him there in the background, I'm effectively saying, guys, let's pick it up on defense. Because if you hustle, make it hard for the Indonesians. Make the shots contested. That's the most important thing. If they do that, they're right back in it. Because as you said, in 2K, 10 points is nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Now 36-26. Mongolia is showing a little bit more life. I'm liking this one-on-one. Great pass on top of the key to the big man, surveying half of the court. Great pass, but that defense from Indonesia is suffocating, and it's proven right there. Great D, man.
Yeah, look, that's a really difficult free throw to make contested. And as you say, the rotation on defense, the movement off the ball in particular from Indonesia was great. Big old block right there. Return to sender. Are you kidding me? That man has as a family, Vince. Oh my God.
My feelings are hurt. I'm telling you, we need a replay of that as well, because that was fantastic defense, okay? You are protecting your home. You ain't coming in my house and ain't gonna go in my refrigerator without you asking me. There's no water for you. But, ooh, off the mark, but great offensive rebound by Indonesia, making sure they keep possession on this offense. 1 foot 3? Oh! Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Yeah, honestly, like, they miss the wide open 3, and then they go and drop the difficult one in right there. Difficulty level high, and we see more transition buckets here. Ooh, is that? Oh, not a foul. I thought it was going to be an N1 for a second. Nice quick transitional bucket right there. 15-point deficit. This is an important possession for Mongolia, Vince. They need to come away with some points here.
Right now, but I don't know what they're thinking, but they're thinking 3, 3, 3, and guess what? They just dropped it down. Fantastic shot. And as you see, the captains are back in. To the left is the captain of Mongolia. That is Sam. To the right, the captain of Indonesia. That's Fuego. And I see the concentration. He's starting to talk to his team, making sure that he is able to make it from behind the arc. And oh, doing the silly in the camera. I see you, Fuego. I see you.
Fuego, this is why he's one of my favorites as well. He has that skill, that insane ability, and the showmanship, Vince. You know, we love a good celly.
Got it. Now, everyone on Twitch, let me see you in the chat. Who's going for Mongolia? Who's going for Indonesia? I want to see flags. I want to see flames. I want to see activity. We got some people tuning in, and I'm loving it. I heard Sam said Indonesia can hoop. Well, guess what? They can, because they're proving it right now.
Yeah, they can definitely hoop. They're in the driver's seat in this game right here. The rotation, woo, risky passing across the key right there. Coach would be angry at that. Pulling up for the one-legged 3, missing. Mongolia needs some points here.
Now, this is when I kind of get timid when it comes to certain teams, because yes, you have a great lead, but then you start getting lazy or you get too out of sorts when it comes to the game. A shot like that wasn't necessary. Let's control and making sure you win this game right until that last whistle before you're doing something crazy like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, it's just about nurturing that lead if you're Indonesia. 2.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. If you can get to the fourth quarter and you're still up by 15, you'd be feeling pretty good. Did he take off from outside the key? Oh my God, that's the best dunk from the Mongolians of the tournament early on here. Highlight team, please put that one away. Goodness gracious me.
Current ground control, I think you're ready for takeoff, because that's exactly what that was. That was a flight.
But, Fuego is saying, oh, off the mark. I'm sorry, I was trying to get you, Fuego, but you gotta make your threes, bro.
Yeah, that was absolutely epic, though, that last dunk. I'm still thinking about it. Here we go. Sam Nation wearing the #1 jersey. He's got the white tips right there, so he's easily recognizable. Look at the crossing overs. He does it again. Vince, I think he might be listening.
Sam, look, there's something called a jelly layup. I never heard of a jelly dunk, okay? That was a jelly dunk. That should be a Mona Lisa. That should be in the Sistine Chapel. That was artwork of NBA2K.
Oh my God, if that's a jelly dunk, I want that on a sandwich, mate. That sounds tasty. Here we go, Vince. My goodness. I mean, look, if you're gonna lose in style, right? But right now they're still in this game. I don't want to speak too soon as we come down to the end of, the shot clock just nearly at 0 right there. As we're coming down to the end of the third quarter here, a little over a minute left. Fuego working the ball. Look at Mongolia hustling defensively. The rotation off the ball. Big board right there from Aka, though, and a good timeout so he doesn't get that 3-second violation.
Looking like Rip Hamilton with the face mask there. Not sure if he broke his nose virtually. That can happen. NBA2K can get physical, but I'm seeing the heart of Mongolia. They're not giving up. It's only an 11-point game, and as you said, 11 points ain't that many points in NBA2K, right?
Yeah, you can score 11 points in about 10 seconds. Good ball movement there from Indonesia, though. Look, that was class. Vince, you got to understand, that was a pre-worked, pre-trialed, tested and proven inbound play to work that open 3. Respect.
Everyone watching, don't forget, these are professional players representing their nation, okay? They have practiced endlessly, countless hours to make sure that they'll come in sync. That was one of the plays that proves hard work does pay off and you know your teammate.
Yeah, look, you and I both played basketball IRL. I'm semi-pro. You went to D2 school. Big dunk right there from Sam Nation. To let everybody know, the players you're seeing here, like Sam Nation, Erman there, they are training just as much in 2K, as many hours as IRL basketball players would be training. It takes a lot to get this good.
Well, I know, but again, the practice is paying off. But again, another three behind the arc. It was off the first time, on the second time. I see you, Indonesia. You keep playing hard. Let's see you in the finals, baby.
Yeah, that was really nice. And as we said, they're maintaining that 15-point lead until they get to the fourth. This is good coaching. This is good leadership. Sam Nation doing what he can to work some points here for his team. He really probably is their last hope. If Sam Nation can go off in the fourth, Vince, Mongolia might be able to cause an early upset in eFIBA Season 1 here. Right now, though, Indonesia driving seat. Big miss, nice tip, but it's going to be Mongolia's ball here. 0.2 seconds. I don't know if he can get a shot off here.
Great crash to the board. I mean, yeah, off the fingertips. And notice the realism of the Pro Am ability of NBA2K, because NBA2K has basically evolved year after year after year, and the realism is fantastic. Normally in most games you never see that, but off the tip of the fingers is something new I've never seen before. That's great.
Yeah, so cool. Look, man, super epic production on this particular game. You know, the mocap is just epic, isn't it? Here we go, Indonesia working the ball around. Trying, look, he's got a cup, he's already activated as well. He's going to pull up and, oh, missed that though. This is a chance right here for Mongolia. They're down 13. It's kind of crunch time now. Every possession is crucial, Vince. So as I say that, he gets his pickpocketed right there by Thafo. Sam Nation will be a little bit upset with himself, but hustling to the corner, big three.
Man, right now, 4 minutes left in the fourth. Again, the game is not over yet. That captain almost get his cookies token before he even crosses past the half court. You got to protect the ball. The ball is the most important part of the game. Now, you see the captains right now. One's looking calm and collected. Fuego, you may be on fire, but it looks like you're on ice. You got ice in your face, bro. Congratulations. And Sam, he's going to step it up, I'm telling you.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a couple of timeouts here. They are probably just taking this time right now, Vince, to get on the same page tactically so they can actually figure out what they're going to do. They are within touching distance. 16 points, not insurmountable at all when it comes to a lead with 4 minutes left, particularly at this level, this high level. Let's see what they can do here. What's chat saying, though? I want to hear from chat. I mean, are Mongolia going to get in here and cause an upset?
Chat right now is a little quiet if you're watching live on Twitch. And I know sometimes when you watch Twitch, you're so focused in the game, you don't want to type something. But we're my Indonesia fans. Are you there? Let me see it. And don't forget, again, follow _, eFIBA _official on all social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Again, eFIBA _official. And all right, we're going to get this good inbound play by Indonesia. Fuego about to control it, taking his time. Again, 3 minutes 40, about left, but then he takes it himself. Ooh, little early, but I like that shot right there.
Yeah, no, that was a fantastic shot. They worked the open shot, rightly so. A few uncharacteristic misses, though, from Indonesia. Look, they've got the 16-point lead against Mongolia. It's not make or break if you hit that three, but I'm telling you, against the Philippines, it's going to be.
And the Philippines, again, defending champions in multiple FIBA Opens. I don't know how they're going to fare against them, but I know they're getting ready. I know the Philippines are watching this game and doing their homework because, as you said, that round robin, just 3 games. So if you lose 2, you're out. And I think Mongolia is feeling it just a little bit, but no way. Oh, my God. Talk about disrespectful. If he got that off, I would have left the studio.
Yeah, look, he tried the alley-oop dunk to himself right there off the glass. Yeah, that's not going to fly at this level. I think it's too much national pride. Nobody's getting alley-oop dunked on when it comes to the eFIBA Season 1 because, you know, that's hard to go home and tell mom and dad about.
I see you, Indonesia. I see you trying to show out a little bit, but let's win this game first, all right? We got pride on the line, but Mongolia, captain, right now on the top, going to do a little bit of a reverse layup. Ooh, that move was almost perfect.
Yeah, that's like such a fun build that he's actually creating for himself there, Sam Nation. Man, the dunk ability really surprised me, but he's been driving. I just need a little bit more of that when we see Mongolia a little later in the day. Still only a 14-point game here. Can we see something, or as Fuego draws the foul, he's going to shoot the free throws. We got to see something happen pretty dramatic here in the next couple of minutes if Mongolia want to come back and win this one.
Got it. Shout out to Papa 2K saying that Indonesia is in control in the chat there on Twitch. Again, we can see you live. You are part of this just as we're commentating this game. We want you to feel like you could talk to us, ask us questions, and just basically make this even more exciting. And one more time, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter with the name eFIBA_official. And Mongolia, let's see what you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we're multi-broadcasting right now as we get a nice pass and dunk there from Mongolia. Multi-broadcasting across the TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
It's everywhere.
Pretty awesome, yeah.
Okay, my man, Kevin Modelo, I know you on TikTok right now. I see you, bro. But as you see, this lead is slowly coming back, 55-41. I'm telling you, it might be 2 minutes left in the game, but just in case, Indonesia, you can't take your foot off the pedal. Keep it on the gas, all right? If you want to make sure you got this win, you can't let up. Anything can happen in 2K, but Mr. Fuego activated mid-range. I see you, bye.
Yeah, look, and Fuego actually was milking the clock there. Very intelligent. That's what you need right there. But as soon as he saw, like, okay, they're giving me this easy two, take it. He'd already worked 14 seconds off the clock. Smart move from the captain. That's a captain's play. And again, these teams have coaches, guys. They have, statisticians. They've got coaches. They've got people in their ear telling them how to play it, what to do. Sam Nation gets rejected. Oh, that was ugly. And here come Indonesia going the other way. Thafo pulling it up again. Fuego will be saying, chillax, guys. We got this. A minute 20. Let's milk the clock. Wide open. You got to take it, though.
Oh, beautiful shot right in the corner. Fuego activated. Mongolia being a little bit timid. They got to be more aggressive. But I'm loving Indonesia's full court pressure. Even though they're almost up by 20 points, I think they heard what I said. Don't take the pedal off the gas. And bam! Air Jordan!
The two-handed baseline drive dunk, a thing of beauty right there, Vince. And one point I want to make, point differential might come into this. So, yeah, I think you're dead right. As he draws a foul, he's going to be shooting free three throws here, Sam Nation. Point differential might come into this. I agree. Pour it in.
No, explain that more as my eFIBA expert. Again, with the basically 3 games each, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean when it comes to point differential?
Well, it's round robin, actually, so it's only 2 games each. It's even less. I mean, losing, you might go home. But if somehow Mongolia can get the upset later on, it looks like they're probably going to lose this game here. If they can get the upset, for example, against the Philippines, and then say the Philippines were to also beat Indonesia, each team has 1 win. It's going to come down to point differential. At the end of the day, don't take it easy on your opponents. If you can pour in those buckets, do it.
That's why you're trying to secure yourself going to the finals. As I said, it's going to be coming this Tuesday and Wednesday. So make sure that you're scoring those points. And I see people in the chat are already excited for the Philippines. I know the Filipinos are going to put those flags in the chat. But is anybody from Indonesia watching live on Twitch? I don't know what time it is over there, so they may not be up. But we want to see if you're about the game.
Now, listen, it's the evening on Friday night. Everybody's getting a little bit loosey-goosey, having a good time watching some eFIBA Season 1. I guarantee you they're watching.
Absolutely amazing. Now look at this right there. Beautiful dunk. Oh, that may be another replay.
Oh, my word. Absolutely massive dunk right there. Final 12 seconds. Game number 1, eFIBA Season 2. Going down swinging. Mad respect here for Mongolia. Turnovers backwards and forth. They are hustling. That's what this game was all about. And now, game 1 in the books. Exciting stuff, Vince.
Absolutely great. Now, here's the thing. We also have live interviews from the captains of each team after each match. I'm sorry to say, but we got to say it. Mongolia's captain, Sam, will be coming up real quick. I see him right here. I'm just going to say hi so you can hear me. Sam, can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Man, how are you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Tough loss.
Tough loss. Now, but I will say this. You were taking over about half, maybe 75% of the game. What will you need to improve when it comes to facing against the Philippines?
We learned that the defense was really tough, and we had few turnovers, like 8 turnovers, and they really defended 3 points as well.
Understood.
I mean, they defended 3 points really well.
Gotcha. Well, you defended 3 points. You're going to increase your defense. I know you're going to talk to your team. I have faith in you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
No problem. And now we're going to have the captain from the Indonesia team. As you saw, he was already putting the threes up. He had confidence. Fuego, you there?
Hello. Hello, sir.
How you doing? How do you feel after that amazing win against the Mongolian team?
I'm confident going up against Igilas next and the Mongolias. Hope we can get a win against Igilas and advance to the finals.
Gotcha. Thank you so much. Congratulations on the win. I can't wait to see you the next game.
Thank you, sir. Bye, everyone.
Well, Vince, we've got some truly epic highlights coming our way as well here. You know what I loved at the end of the interview right there? The word confident, because they're going to need that against the Philippines. But look, I think we got to lead with these Indonesian dunks. I mean, they were absolutely epic right there. Yes, they made all the shots they needed to make, but the dunks in particular, for me, were just, the highlight as we see Fuego driving the lane in contact. Hey, how you doing? As of course, and we mentioned wide open threes, making those shots that they're taking as well. There were a couple of uncharacteristic misses from Indonesia. They'll want to get out of the system in this game because against the Philippines, they're going to have to be perfect if they want to win that one. But it was really, really good. And of course, that giant purple afro, I must have circled it, written it down. We're loving it from Fuego.
Fuego actually took control of this game. He activated his archetype almost nearly immediately and showed exactly why he's the captain. He reminds me of Oz, all right? He was behind the curtain, but guess what? He was controlling all the magic. But then when he does these amazing mid-range shots like that beautiful dunk when he basically parted that Red Sea was beautiful.
Yeah, and you can see, though, he actually works the ball around to his open teammates as well. So Fuego scoring a lot of the points, but also making a lot of the points for the rest of the team as well. Now, of course, there are two sides to every coin there as well. I was quietly impressed with Mongolia in this game to actually keep Indonesia to such a low scoring level, but they just had a few too many misses. And that's the highlight package that we're going to show you here right now. Just a few too many misses, because at this level, these are shots like that right there that you got to be making. You really have to knock down those threes if you want to compete with some of these heavyweights on the global stage. They did make a few threes, but not enough to stay relevant in this game, Vince. Now, after that, though, you and I started to get excited because the misses, yeah, sure, there were a few of them, but there were also a few insane dunks, in particular from Sam Nation. So we know that highlight package is definitely in the mail. Nice bit of defense right there. But Sam Nation, here he is, man. Look, clear runway number 1, because this dude is about to take off. Look at that, outside the key.
Ooh, oh my God, beautiful. And shout out to Mongolia. Again, population about 3.3 million people participating as a nation, representing your flag. Now, that was just game 1. You still got another game coming. So don't be out yet, because if you come back, you still have a chance to go in the finals, and I can't wait for that.
Yeah, big time. Again, focusing on this tournament and its actual construct is what is making it so epic. The pressure is building on Mongolia now. Indonesia get that win, but the pressure is going to be on them to turn it around right here, right now, try to get 2 wins in a row. This is our heavyweight bout when it comes to this region. This is going to be very, very exciting.
Yep. Now, we're going to see them play in the first time for the eFIBA Season 1, the Philippines, and we actually have a special feature from the captain of the Philippine team. He's going to give us the trips and tricks of NBA2K. Shout out to Julian. Let's watch.
Alright guys, so this is the move that I do usually when you're in the corner. Get that steal. So that's my tip on how to get more steals. Yeah, that's it.
All right, shout out to Julian, captain of the Filipino team. I can't wait to see you play. Salamat, I think I learned a little bit Tagalog, so that was fantastic. But those tricks and tips are crucial, which is fantastic, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But now, let's have a look at the standings, because we really want to paint the picture for everybody at home. As you can see, 3 teams round robin, so only 2 games per team. Mongolia, that point differential I was talking about there, Vince, already down -13. They finished strong right there. Indonesia went out, did what they they needed to do. But this is the massive game right now, okay? These are the two previous champions in previous iterations of eFIBA about to go. Heavyweight fight coming up.
Yes, and again, we're going to see Philippines. They're going to be defending champions. Indonesia coming in with that win. Now, as you just saw, that plus 13. Don't get your foot off the gas. That could be the difference of you going to the next round. As you see now, Mongolia is minus 13. Indonesia is plus 13. You don't want to go when it comes to that point differential, but you got to keep that in mind at all times when you're playing NBA 2K.
Yeah, big time. And what's going to be interesting is quite often when two massive teams go head-to-head and they know each other's game as well as the Philippines and Indonesia do. Sometimes we see low-scoring affairs. Don't be surprised if the score's in the 50s and it's only a one-bucket game. It could be really, really tight here. So that plus 13 is going to be absolutely massive when it comes to what comes next. Plus, on top of that, Mongolia showed flashes in game number 1.
Oh, yes.
So this might be a very draining game coming up here for the Philippines. And then they got to go face a resurgent Mongolia team who've had a game off. You know, they've hit the electrolytes, Vince. They've got the energy drinks. They've got the water, the fluids going. They've got their tactics. You never know what could happen in the third game.
Absolutely. But now it's time for Philippines versus Indonesia. Now let's look at the lineups one more time. Let's see who's playing in this first game right here against the Philippines.
Yeah.
Look who they are.
Oh, the Philippines. This is going to be absolutely awesome here. We got LCB31, Don Preach. We got Erbil, Ice, and 6K. And look out for Ice. Any player that ever has Ice in his name and in his Avi is always going to be hard to contend with. But we know for a fact he's got ice in the veins. That's my narrative. Check him out.
Now, look, I'm an LG Ice fan. I seen about him like a couple of days ago. I was watching him play, so I'm a fan of the Philippines. And right now, in the chat, I know there's some Filipinos in the chat. I want to see some Filipino flags. I want to see some flames. I see it's amazing. Now, we already know about that beautiful lineup with Indonesia. Look at eFIBA again. eFIBA is going to put some more work. And if you look at Hezi as well, fantastic rebounds. Offensive rebounds were great. And also the ball movement was even more to perfection. They know how to get the open man. A lot of their points came from pass, cut, pass, cut. Now, it is a video game, but they're using real-life NBA tactics to take that dub.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, Fuego, if you're looking for a real-life comparison, for me, he's kind of the Magic Johnson. He really is out there, yeah. So he could absolutely average 30 points a game, but at the same time, he's probably averaging about 10 assists. He's creating another 20 points because he demands so much attention.
Yes.
And then he's working the ball to the corners in particular. They're sitting there ready to stroke it green. It is a thing of beauty. So if you just tuned in and you're a fan of the Philippines, you're about to see a purple-haired Afro demon on the court for Indonesia, flying around, making nightmare scenarios. But that said, we know the Philippines, they're coming to play, Vince.
Absolutely. Now, Indonesia has participated in other FIBA Opens, which is fantastic. So they have that experience. Now, I want to talk about Philippines. Now, they were the champions from FIBA Open 1 and 3. Now, you were a part of that.
Yeah.
What did you see them do that made them so good?
Yeah, it's the teamwork. They are a well-oiled machine. We're getting to the level now, in particular between these two teams, and this is why it is a heavyweight bout, where mistakes can be very costly. Look for the shooting percentage to be in the 90s here. Very rare that anybody is going to miss. They're going to be locked in, and that's what you're getting. You're getting two well-oiled teams that know one another, a lot of teamwork. As we've already mentioned in broadcast, they're training just as much as real-life basketball players as well. They've got the nutritional plan. They're getting their sleep. They're getting their reps in. They've got coaching staff, statisticians, nutritionists. It's absolutely epic. These teams know one another. The Philippines, incredibly well-oiled machine.
Now, let me see that lineup one more time, because we are breaking down Philippines back and forth, and you've seen these players play a couple of times already. But I want to see right now, anybody else, again, LG Ice we saw. I'm hearing J-Mac right now in this chat. All right, I'm going to go to down right now. We got Doreen Senpai. We got Brooklyn LL4K. I know that's Brooklyn. Yo, shout out to Brooklyn. I'm from New York. We're in Denmark right now. But, yo, give up BK all day, Jay-Z, Biggie. You know what I'm talking about. But they're already saying, J-Mac for three. J-Mac for three. How good was he during these other events that they know he's going to run it behind the arc?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we've seen J-Mac before, not necessarily playing like the driver's seat role. So he's like an up-and-coming star. We're not going to have to wait too long, though. I believe we've got game.
We got game, and I want to see craziness in the chat. I see my Filipinos insane. Where are my Indonesians? But I want to see a whole bunch of activity right here on Twitch. But without further ado, let's get this game started. Indonesia versus the Philippines. Second game right here, eFIBA Season 1. Woo!
Here we go, Vince.
Let's get it, let's get it. Now, they're in that virtual tunnel, and they're ready to ball out. I think this is going to be a battle back and forth.
Yeah, it really is. So this is national pride. You know, these 5 young men from each team are about to go out there, represent their nation. There are tens of thousands and in some cases millions of people watching as well. So the pressure is well and truly on. Yeah, it's a digital jersey you're wearing, but as we saw from some of the video feeds there, they're fully supported by their basketball federations. So shout out to FIBA and all these national federations for putting together these e-athletes and creating these national teams. This is truly awesome stuff. It means a lot to them. Once again, Pro Am mode means highly customizable players, highly customizable jerseys, hair, even the stadium. That's what we're seeing right here. And there they are. There's Team Philippines.
Wow.
Look at that setup. I mean, if that doesn't tell you, with the Nike sponsored, this is absolutely epic. Nike, we haven't seen the kit yet. Nike t-shirts, Philippines. Nike hoodies and zip-ups. This is huge, Vince.
Man, that was
Just to let everybody know, they're Indonesia in the white, Philippines in the blue. They're matching their uniforms in real life to their uniforms in game, which I think is absolutely cool. And you can see the defense is already stepping up a level. Nice offensive board there, and another quick foul.
fantastic. But right now, there's no one on score right now, which is quite surprising. And I actually like this because it's showing that we have good defense and they're playing aggressive. All right, Indonesia, no quote unquote, they're the underdog. People in the chat are going crazy for J-Mac and the Philippines, which I actually love. I love the patriotism right there. Make sure, but almost a rejection, but boom, first point. Blood has been stricken by Indonesia.
Yeah, as we get a look here, the team captain feeds, and it's actually hard to make out the captain there from the Philippines. He has gone for the wide-angle shot, showing the entire team as we get the beautiful green-haired driving dunk right there, Vince. An early highlight here. It's only 2-2, but it already feels like a heavyweight bout.
The energy is electrifying right now between these two games. Right now in the chat, Recam 13, I'm saying let's go Philippines. But right now, Filipino is on the other end of offense because they're playing defending. Great pass to the corner. As you see, he has an open lane. Another cross pass, pump fake by Hezi. Maybe that's what they call him, Hezi. But I see right now, he's still pump, and then, from deep behind the arc, off the mark. We got to get the ball.
Yeah, loose ball on the court right there. I love this green hair. This is fantastic. It's all as we see a deep corner shot and another miss. Rare misses from both teams. You're feeling the nerves, Vince, as we see another missed three here. This is incredibly rare for both of these teams that they will be missing this much.
Now, you advise me this is a grudge match, okay? These two went to the finals in the first FIBA 1, and I know for a fact the Indonesians are feeling it. But another on his head, John Morant has a tear in his eye, an absolute appreciation. That was a fantastic dunk by the Philippines.
LCB just absolutely destroying the rim there. Highlights team, Liz in production, please can we get that one early on? Some posterizing dunks. The score might be 4-2, but it's feeling like All-Star Weekend dunk contest out here, Vince.
Yeah, definitely All-Star. And I got to go back to the chat because I'm seeing people 100% says the Philippines are going to take this game. However, the score is only 4-2, and it's only the first half. I don't know, but then Indonesia just got the lead. I don't know.
An awesome three worked right there. That was really nicely done. He kind of split two defenders. Again, faked the drive, stepped back, drained the three. Very nice stuff. Don with the reverse dunk. It's good. Philippines take the lead. Now, a one-point game is my favorite kind of game, Vince.
That's beautiful.
Because anything can happen.
Ooh, anything can happen. That guy was open more than 7-11. It was 24 hours. But man, again, mid-range, unlikely miss by Fuego, and also 2 misses in a row. I don't know, Fuego fingers might be a little tired.
Yeah, that's interesting. And we got, so we got a flagrant foul. Say that 3 times really quickly. Flagrant foul right there. So not only do they get the free throw, but they get the ball back right here. And here comes LCB early on. He is putting his hand up for MVP for the Philippines. I would say so far the game has run through him.
All right, now beautiful. All little and great defense by Indonesia. Fast break, that is instant transmission to transition, but then you messed up. You got to make sure you control the most important thing of basketball, which is the rock. Yep. You can't have these silly turnovers when you're at this level at eFIBA Season 1.
Yeah, absolutely. As the coaches in Australia would say, don't spill the pill, mate. All right, there we go. As we get steal off the inbound, though. Thafo feeding it back to Fuego. You can feel the nerves, can't you, Vince? Because these are 2 teams that don't normally miss open threes, don't normally make turnovers, but Philippines at the moment hustle like Russell down the court.
Love it, but right there, I kid you not, Tom Brady would have been very grateful for that pass. Full court pass to a 2, but again, answering back Indonesia. 9-7, just only 1:26 left in the first quarter. And I'm telling you, these teams right now are sweating. I guarantee these players are feeling the pressure. I mean, very low scoring game, but then great cross, and then a double hammer jammer right on the rim.
Lots of dunks early on. It's interesting. So they're missing their threes, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're taking what's on offer, which is high percentage buckets. As a coach, you've got to be happy with that as we see another missed 3 and another baseline drive and a huge dunk. This has been the quarter of dunks, Vince.
But can I say, fly like an eagle into the future. That's my Space Jam, people. If you know Space Jam, I'm an 80s baby. You got me, Michael Jordan. Not the LeBron James Space Jam, the Michael Jordan Space Jam, but that was a fantastic baseline dunk. And I'm telling you, Philippines is now showing why they're defending champions. Indonesia moving the ball around, making sure they get the right play. Thafo trying to go one-on-one on the point guard. Right now, Fuego, point guard, trying to control. Great pass into the lane. Look, is that a foul? Is that an and one? Nah, just a regular foul.
That was a shot clock violation, Vince.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I was a foul. Listen, a shot clock violation because we were both shocked. What defense there from the Philippines. As we see even more hustle here, though, from Indonesia. You got to hit this 3, and he does. That's what's up. So having a look at the players here, top left corner, focus on LCB 31. He's the avatar here with the green hair and has really just been dominating this game for the Philippines as he goes for the contested dunk. A miss. They get the ball back, though, resetting the shot clock. And here, what can they do? Philippines up by 3, under 10 here in the first quarter, Vince. I can't believe it. What a long first quarter.
Oh, my God. It's still the first quarter, but a great jam by the big fella, Don Preach. Definitely showing that why he's the center of the team. And I'm telling you, I love the, you guys don't know about anime, but right there, that amazing, right now, Naruto, white hair, which my man... Like going with Sasuke was great. But anyway, as you can see right here, this is absolutely beautiful. Great pass. Going up. No. All right.
Yeah.
Well, like a Kakashi Sensei, showing what he's about, doing some Naruto vibes. Now, I'm a weeb, so you may get some anime, references once in a while. I do my little appreciation jutsu for y'all. But I'm loving this team, and I love the way they look.
Hey, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Big brain play right there. Call the timeout instead of get the offensive 3-second right there. As we see the air dunk right there. That was really, really nice. Who was that? I actually missed the yeah, it was Ice. There's Ice, who I shouted out early on. That's his first bucket. That right there, Fuego, captain's bucket. They recognize Indonesia that we've just got to put some points in here. 5-point deficit. Now, I did warn everybody. I said it pre-game. It might be a low-scoring affair. As the Philippines work another 3, it might be a low-scoring affair. They might not break 50 here. That's how tight this game's going to be. That's how well they each know one another.
I actually love that foul by the Philippines, stopping the transition because they can see Indonesia is getting hot. They're getting more confidence, and it's all behind this man right here in the purple afro. In a Fuego, showing why he's the captain, showing why he knows how to control his team. That takes practice, but also, as he said, confidence. You know, confidence is the one thing. Now, that was from Mongolian Sam, but you know, he basically is going into Indonesia saying that I got confidence, I'm going to go. And another right down the lane dunk. Man, this guy is amazing.
LCB with the green hair, as if he weren't standing out enough already. What a standout performance so far in the first half here. This was the heavyweight match that we build, and so far it is not disappointing, Vince. Philippines, Indonesia, only a 5-point game, but this feels like 5 points could be 15 points in another game. It's, you know, it's such a tight affair that every bucket counts.
Absolutely. Now, again, we are live on Twitch. I want to see if anyone has any questions for us right here in the studio. I see Recam, Richmond, Brooklyn. You guys have been so crazy in the chat. I appreciate the love. You guys are really pushing for JMac. And again, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, _ when it comes to eFIBA _official. Now, what you guys want to know from us? You guys want to know how this tournament's going to be running? You want to find out who we may pick for MVP from the past couple of games? We want you to be involved because right now the Philippines has a nice little off the back of the rim and they could not score that layup.
Yeah, a couple of end-to-end plays here where we've got no points, we've got turnovers, we've got misses. It's a cagey affair, and I got to tell you, I'm here for it. I quite enjoy it. I like a low-scoring game. This feels like college ball to me. As we see a timeout for Indonesia here. A smart play right there. You recognized, again, big brain. He was about to step out of bounds with the rock. So, yeah, let's take a timeout instead of a turnover. Gives them a chance to just, you know, pump the brakes a little bit, communicate. When you're in the thick of it, it's hard to calm down. It's hard to stay focused.
Exactly.
But Fuego will be in their ears right there. They're all playing side by side. Good feed right there as we see a huge block.
What? As Mutombo would say, no, not today. That was a monster block, and that's going to give some confidence to the Philippines. That rejection was so hard. That's like me trying to slide in Rihanna's DM. She ain't never going to call me back, and I tried it before, and I'm still hurt.
Well, Vince, you can stand under my umbrella any day as we see Fuego step up with the big old 3, and the lead is cut to 2. Big possession. We got full court pressure. Just about. It looked like they were going to go full court for a second there, Indonesia. Reach-in foul. Nothing wrong with that. This possession, pretty critical right here.
Now, as an eFIBA expert, I want to ask, what about stamina when it comes to these certain players? Because maybe they're trying to save their best for last. Because don't forget, you still got more time in the second half. Could that come be a factor why they didn't do that full court press?
Yeah, a little bit, I guess. You definitely want to pump the brakes as we see a deep ball right there. Listen, have the threes finally been unlocked here?
Oh, yeah.
The dunk session is over. Are we about to see the heavy rains? What's about to go on? But to get back to your question about stamina, as we see Fuego knock in a nice long-range jumper there. It does play a role, without a doubt. But that said, I think sometimes you got to just read the game and go for it.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, monster dunk by the Philippines. I want that as a replay. That was a contested, fantastic 5-slammer jammer. If you know about Houston, that's some old school basketball right there. But man, these guys are showing they got some bunnies. They got bungees. They can fly on anything. I'm gonna start calling them airwalkers because at the end of the day, they've just been floating on oxygen.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. And as we said that, Fuego, he's activated, but misses the open 3. Nerves can affect absolutely anybody. He'll be kicking himself for that one. Nice offensive board here by Social for the Philippines. That's exactly what he's out there to do. Feeding it to Don Perch. Don's like, drive, don't drive. LCB working that ball around. 2 seconds to shoot. They got to get it up. They do. It's a miss and another offensive board for Don Perch. If I'm him, yeah, just take the 2 points on offer. Nice bucket.
Take the 2 points, but at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to play through the game. But I have no idea. That must have been a glitch in the system. Don't forget, this is still NBA2K. These aren't real people. These are avatars, all right? They're not outside of Times Square. They're not in the Copenhagen Square where we went to the King Square that I could not pronounce right. But I'm telling you, these also can have a glitch in the game, and that had to be. But as you see, LG Ice controlling the top of the key, showing some confidence.
Oh.
That was a Steph Curry shot behind the arc. Oh. Like candy sweet.
Oh, that was beautiful right there. This 10-point lead is absolutely massive. Indonesia showing uncharacteristic mistakes right here. They've just got to try and get some points here. This possession and the next one, if they can. This is, Vince, where you would say stamina heck. We're going to go full court if they can get a bucket right here. Fuego sticking to him like glue. Got to take the deep 3. Missed. Good offensive board there from Ak. He's going to try and kick it back out. Fuego trying to work the three. Yeah, I'd take those points right there as he gets blocked.
Oh my God, that was a Musibara. That's Kuroko no basketball block. That was a two-handed rejection slam. I'm telling you, that was almost equivalent to a slam dunk on your mama. He's disrespecting you, bro. Don't let him do that.
Wow. I mean, we just saw over 30 seconds of defense without a bucket given up there. The Philippines causing the shot clock violation early on, Vince, as well. I got to tell you, as we see the avatars right there, I got to tell you, this is a Kwaka Shaka right here. I was not expecting it, Vince.
Now, 29-19, the captains are risked there. I see Philippines are coming together. Beautiful teamwork. Fuego is like, yo, we're still in this. And also right now in the chat, people are going, sheesh, how these amazing plays are going right here at eFIBA. Excuse me, I said EBA, didn't I? Yeah. eFIBA Season 1. Hey, after a while, you're going to put words together. But this has been a fantastic game. And also follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and also Twitch.
Yeah, fantastic work there from the Philippines. They're up by 12. These buckets, every possession now, the pressure is just being turned up notch by notch, okay? Every bucket starts to really count as we see Aka. Oh, no foul, but he got the bucket. Fair enough right there. I thought we were going to get an M1. They really needed points there, Indonesia. Fair play to them. Now they're going full court pressure. Yeah, it's time to pull out all the stops and have a crack at the Philippines here.
I see that right now. The LG Ice right now controlling the game, controlling the pocket. Beautiful pass down low, pump fake, and almost an and one. The old saying, hey, you move your feet, you lose your seat. But definitely great try. Let's see if the big man can hit the free throw. Oh, 100%. A big man that can hit free throws. That's almost like a home unicorn right there.
Oh, big man missed free throw. There we go. He missed the second one. We cursed him, Vince. But hey, it's going to happen from time to time. Great defense again from the Philippines. Look, they're blocking the passing lanes. They're hustling so hard right there. Again, 11-point lead. Fuego is going to work for these threes. But honestly, I really think they have to take some high percentage shots as well. Chip away at this Filipino lead.
Vert's been a little quiet this game, but right now, Hezi, haven't seen him much do with them pump fakes behind the arc. Again, that's what we call him Hezi. But right there, another pump fake there to Fuego, right to the point guard. And as soon as I said something, he almost did the commentator blessing, but that was a commentator curse. My bad, bro. My bad.
It's all good, mate. Listen, it's a lot easier said than done. These players representing their nations against an opponent that knows you so well, knows how to stop you, get you out of your comfort zone, right? Stroking a green, a lot easier said than done. I can't do half the shots these guys make.
Absolutely. Now, right now, you see right there the different players on each side. Now, we got Fuego on the right side, and now on the left, I want to say LCB is the captain of the Philippines team, and let's see if he's going to take over. And I see a lot of people talking about J-Mac, that he's going to be storing behind the arc, but as I'm seeing, this Filipino team is strong, and they're proving why. They were defending champions of the FIBA Opens.
Yeah, they've come to play, without a doubt. And heavy weighs the crown, as the expression goes. Yeah. Heavy weighs the crown, but they've come in so far so good. They're up by 13. Traditionally speaking, 13 points is not that much of a lead when it comes to these tournaments. However, due to the low-scoring nature of this game in particular, as we see a nice putback there from Don Perch, due to the low-scoring nature of this game here, that's a big lead, 15 points.
Now, that last player is really confused by Don Perch. I'm going to call him Kakashi Sensei because he had an open layup but didn't score. What was he thinking there? I mean, that's some points that you're giving away. And as we just talked about with the Mongolian game, you need to score points just in case it comes down to it for you to advance. But Fuego, behind the arc, off the mark, great offensive rebound by Indonesia, making sure they keep control of the ball. Off the mark again, and now it's the Philippines. Let's see what they're going to do for this transition.
Yes, we see this standings there on the right. You can see how important this is going to be, particularly with the format of this tournament. It's round robin. You only play 2 games. You lose once, you might be going home. And it's all going to come down. Look, Indonesia have a win in the bag over Mongolia, as we can see there. But right now, if the Philippines can clock a win right here, as we see another missed 3, they're going to be in the driver's seat because they play Mongolia next. and they'll be liking their chances, Vince.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Now, Indonesia right now still has a whole bunch of confidence. I mean, the game is not over. A minute and 20 left in the third. They're about to get down to the shot clock violation and off the mark. A great offensive rebound by Indonesia. They have been really crashing the boards and keeping possession most of the game, but I can see that score is not reflecting it. They're getting off the marks. They were shooting a lot better the first game. Maybe the jitters are finally come in against the Philippines?
Yeah, maybe. It's like, again, I don't like to be too critical, all right, because it's easier said than done. But I said they were going to have a near-perfect performance if they wanted to have a chance at the Philippines. So far, they haven't. That's okay. They may very well get a shot later on in the tournament as well.
Now, look at the captains right now. Fuego right there on the right, and to the left, LCB is the captain, but they got the entire squad of the Philippines right now showing the celebration, doing the celly. And that's a fantastic setup, by the way. I think we need to go to a flight to the Philippines, because that's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone in production mind if we go to the Philippines for the next show? Sounds like fun, especially when it's, raining here in Europe pretty much all the time right now. Philippines, count me in, Vince. Up 18 points here. The setup is great. You know, their National Basketball Federation has kitted them out with all the Nike gear. That's so cool to see. They got all the teams, all the coaches there. You know, those aren't people just filling space right there. That's the coaching staff. That's the statisticians. That's the actual technicians. You know, those are the everybody you need behind a team in order to have success like this.
Absolutely, 39-21. And real quick in the chat, Doreen Senpai really supporting, but then flying to the rim. Oh my God, this is a fantastic dunking game. LGE Ice, 14 points, 6 for 9, 2 for 4 when it comes to 3-point. 50% behind the arc. Doreen Senpai is a fan of the Philippines, but he wants to see J-Mac with those kind of numbers.
Yeah, just quietly as well, LGE Ice has just come to the forefront right here. LCB with that green hair has been awesome. So we see an off-balance 3. And having a look there at the end of the quarter. Fantastic game so far.
Yes, absolutely.
Energizing stuff right here. We're already into the fourth quarter. It's gone very quickly. 20-point deficit here. Philippines over Indonesia as we get a reach-in foul. What do you think Indonesia have to do here if they want to have a shot at coming back?
Indonesia needs 3 crucial plays, all right? What they're also going to need is one of their players to activate their archetype, all right? They're going to have to go Super Saiyan to get back in this game. But you got to rain some points behind the arc or some quick transition plays, because I do know the Philippines are not going to take them lightly. This is a grudge match. They've played them before. They know how to get them off their comfort zone, and I think that's exactly what they do. As you can see here, Philippines working the ball, making Indonesia go around for defense, but just could not convert on that play.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Such a big brain play as well. So we mentioned all the people in the background there when you see the wide shot of the Philippine national team here, eFIBA Season 1. You know, there'll be an entire coaching staff determining the tactics that they're going into the game with the game plan, but also on the fly, right? And adjusting. And they're basically saying, milk the clock right now as we see Indonesia try to work the 3 and they hit it too. That was gorgeous. Okay, there we go. They're going full court press man, but unfortunately, they left the most dangerous player, LGE Ice, wide open for an easy dunk.
Wide open, like it just opened a can with a can opener. What are you doing, man? You gotta play some defense. It's offense and defense. But we're seeing some great jams by Mr. Ice, and he has some ice in his veins. He's showing that he knows how to ball and dunk. But Indonesia right here, working to the corner, pump fake, definitely quick passes, and off the mark. Something's going on. I don't think they're flicking it right.
Yeah, look, it's easier said than done to stroke it green. We've kind of said that a few times, but it really is national pride as we see another massive drive and dunk from LCB 31. I tell you what, LCB 31 started things off for the Philippines, and then LGE Ice took the baton, ran with it all game, and we're going to see a massive finish here from LCB 31, potentially as we see another reach-in foul right here. And, oh, it's actually a flagrant foul. So they're going to get the free throw right there and the inbound play. Up by 22, 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. this might be all she wrote right here for Indonesia.
Just may be. And shout out to the chat here on Twitch. I think Brooklyn just said, Vincent, if you're calling my name, what's going on? It's your man Vince Chang. And you know, we got Chris Simpson here, Trumpet Monkey, and also AKA The Energy. Really appreciate all the love that's happening in the chat. And I do see the Filipino fans coming out and showing out. Again, 46-24. Game is not over. And another flagrant foul. I think now is just frustration happening from Indonesia, and that they're just saying this loss is not what they wanted. Of course they didn't want it, but dang, you can't take it out on the players in NBA 2K.
No, absolutely. Yeah, you can't. You got to keep your heads about you right there. And again, look, it's an online game, so occasionally there'll be a couple of latency issues. That can be the difference. As we see it worked, the ball just worked to perfection there by the Philippine team. Getting into the paint, high percentage bucket, 25-point differential. And it just feels like Indonesia hasn't scored in a decade. It really feels like a long time right here.
Gotcha. Fuego trying to work something out. Again, not that much light at the end of the tunnel. I'm seeing it close down. This basically feels like Indiana Jones when the wall's coming down and the Temple of Doom. I don't know if they're going to make it out in time. Usually you do, but it's 51-24. And I'm telling you, Philippines are ruthless. They are not letting up for a minute.
Yeah, and they shouldn't. And that's something we touched upon earlier as well. You know, it's Game of Thrones.
Oh my God.
You either win or you go home in this case, though, right? But yeah, you either win or you go home. I think if you got the opportunity to keep pouring in the points, don't worry about the other team's feelings. You know, that's not your problem.
I got
it. Your job is to go out there, represent your country, and score as many points as you can. The Philippines got the message. Indonesia, look, they did really well against Mongolia. They were in the driver's seat pretty much all of that game. Mongolia pushed a little bit, as we see Fuego unfortunately missing, but you can't have this many empty possessions and expect to beat a team as good as the Philippines.
Exactly. I want to shout out to Don Preach right there on the field. He has a double-double right now, 13 and 12. I mean, 13 points. I mean, 13 and 13 rebounds. I mean, this man has been balling out all game, being a crucial part of this Filipino national NBA 2K squad. And I'm just looking at it. Got to take that time out. They're going to take a breather, regroup, but you're up by 30. Why are you taking the time out? I think you just keep playing.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was on the ground there, though, so in fairness, big man, dive for ball, get the time out so you can actually get the inbounds right here. This 30-point lead, every time they've got the ball, the Philippines, just about they've scored. And every time Indonesia's got the ball here in the second half, they've come away empty. And that's the difference. We're seeing it right now. It just adds up so quickly.
I mean, I've been watching the game entirely, and I'm telling you, in the first game against Mongolia, Indonesia was making all those shots that they were missing. You're absolutely right. And again, maybe it's that back-to-back play, because again, not only is this just a video game, but players do get fatigued in real life.
Yep.
There's a lot of brain power going into these matches. So yes, they may just be a little tired. They're not getting that thing, but oh my God, that would have been nasty. That would have been one of the dunk of the century right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we see a three at the other end, I don't think Indonesia have scored now in over a quarter of basketball. And so that should just tell you, this Filipino defense, for me, has been the difference. Yeah, they scored 60 points. They've made big brain play after big brain play there, like with these timeouts before they go out of bounds.
Yep.
But defensively, to hold a team like Indonesia to 24 points, 6 points a quarter?
That's incredible right there, and showing why the Philippines are one of the top teams in this first season and also around the world. I mean, also, I'm going to the chat. People are asking for a J-Mac highlight, a J-Mac interview, and also, we have to let you know, we most likely interview the captains of each team. I'll ask production to see if we can work it, but I can't guarantee it.
Yeah, so 27 points for Indonesia right here as the timer is going to go. Game number 2, eFIBA Season 1. It's Philippines versus Indonesia. The Philippine team coming away with the big dub, Vince. Massive, massive performance. I think we might have to go to the history books there, though. 27 points for Indonesia might be their lowest score ever. As we see the Filipino team, look at the lads. They look absolutely pumped. Vince, you're going to be interviewing them in a moment. They're just trying to figure out the sound issues. But it isn't just players, right? It's actually all of the coaching staff as well. think we're good to go.
Absolutely. Now, we got to start with the Indonesian team. Okay, we're going to have Fuego in just a moment. I'm going to ask one question about this loss. Fuego, how you feeling, brother? All right, Fuego, I know. Can you hear me, man?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, absolutely. Now, look, first game, you guys came out on fire. You took out Mongolia, which was crazy. But here's the thing. How does this game feel after that loss?
I mean, we just played a bad game. We'll rebound next game and bounce back stronger in the finals.
That's what I'm telling you. You're going to come back stronger. You're not out yet. Absolutely. I'm proud of you. I can't wait to see you play again. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye-bye, sir.
No problem. And now I'm going to find out who is the captain from the Philippines. That's going to be LCB31.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
How you doing, brother?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Absolutely. Now, are you LCB31? No, we got it.
No.
It's okay. It's all right. Take your time. Look at that smile. Now, you're LCB31, right?
No, I'm Don Pritch.
You're Don Pritch. What's up, Don? How you feeling? You're the big man. Scoring the double-double. That was absolutely fantastic. How did you feel playing this game?
It was a great team win. We all played our roles and we stick to our game plan. We also stay composed all throughout the game, so it was perfect.
All right, stay composed. Amazing setup. Congratulations. Can't wait to see you in the next game.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's amazing right there. Two teams powering through.
The setup right there for the Filipino team, I mean, that is some absolutely class action. And I think, Vince, for me, that's precisely why they were able to come out there. I mean, they took their game to the next level in this tournament. Absolutely. We've got the highlights right here. Truly, truly epic shots, it has to be said. But look at the way the patience of their game, the way they worked that dunk right there. And early on, for me, it was LCB31 who dominated, and then LGE Ice took over, full team performance. So there's Don Perch, who you were just interviewing. I mean, he ended up with the double-double. Look at that dunk right there. The way they move the ball around, the predetermined plays as well. They just came to play, and you can see how organized they are, how much it means to them. Truly, truly brilliant stuff right there. Not a lot of highlights for Indonesia necessarily to speak of in that game right there, except, you know, failure is the ultimate teacher, so they'll be back.
Hey, man, you can fall, but get right back up again. I mean, the old saying is fall 7 times, get up 8. They're not going to be out. I'm telling you, they still have a chance. But that game was a high-flying game. It was dunks after dunks. Great showing of what the Philippines can do. But also, shout out to Indonesia. You guys still got that win against, so it's going to be amazing.
Against Mongolia, exactly. But look, national pride, Vince, we both played at a pretty high level basketball IRL. Can only imagine what the guys are feeling representing their nations here. I mean, it has to feel special.
Absolutely. Now, the representation is key. I mean, Philippines, it means so good to Tagalog. I love the food. They love basketball. I actually played in a Filipino league. Really quick, you have to be a certain percent of Asian just to participate in it. And when I say these are ballers, these are ballers. Now, I'm 6'2", 6'3". I'm playing against maybe 5'4", 5'5". But I'm telling you, these men are warriors. They don't quit. Representing their country is key, and also you got to give it to Mongolia.
Yeah.
3.3 million people in this country. They don't participate in a lot of team sports. Shout out to the Mongolian team that actually qualified for Olympic for 3x3. But when you see them in the team sport, it's got to feel good to represent your country and wear that flag.
Yeah, without a doubt. And you can see what it means to the Filipino team. That setup, once again, truly awesome. One more shout out to FIBA, but also these national basketball federations, giving them all the kit there, giving them the space, the coaching staff, the statisticians, the dietitian right there. I mean, the guys are sleeping well, eating well, and playing well. That's all you can ask for. And they got the drip, as you guys say over in America. I mean, they look pretty good out there.
All right, good. Now we're going to watch the captains of the Philippines and the Mongolia showing why they love their country so much.
My name is Sandan Dilik. I'm 29 years old. I'm playing for Mongolia. My position is point guard. To represent my country in this tournament would be a really big honor for me, and also it is a really big pressure at the same time, but we will do the best we can do in this tournament as a team.
My name is Julian Thomas Malilin. I am 18 years old. I play for the Philippines, and the position I play is small forward. We knew in this team that we would be the #1 team in Asia, and I feel like everyone here in the Philippines or in other countries too here in Asia would have the Philippines as their favorite, since most of the leagues are won by Philippine teams.
By the way, Philippines is the clear favorite here, knowing that they
I am the leader of the team. I'm the most vocal in the team despite of my age, since I'm the youngest in the team. Off the court, I'm this little kid. Since I'm the youngest in the team, they treat me as, the youngest as well. They like their little brother. But they also, at the same time, they also have that same amount of respect they give with other people. They know that I'm, capable of doing bigger things despite my age.
But if you look at Mongolia, they are a very quick team as they get another alley.
We play together at least 2 or 3 hours each day. And during the weekend, we gather and sit together. And the most important part is that we save our close games and then watch it just to learn from the mistakes or to look for areas to improve. This tournament is really big chance for us to participate and represent our country.
Now, this is going to be the last game of the Southeast Asia qualifiers, but I'm telling you, this is the third game of the day, and I'm excited. Sam and Julian are about to go head-to-head to see who's going to represent their country right.
Yeah, absolutely, Vince. Look, if you guys like an underdog story, then this is it. This is what you're tuning in for. If Mongolia can somehow come out here and beat the Philippines, this is going to be absolutely awesome. They're going to be the darlings of the tournament. I can't wait.
Now, if you tune in that first game, you saw that loss against Mongolia, right? Mongolia had that crazy loss. Indonesia showed that they can play. But as Chris beautifully said, you take out a defending champ. First time being in an eFIBA event. Ooh, there's gonna be some noise, and let's see the lineups right now. Shout out to the Philippines again, Chris.
Yeah, here we go. LCB31 started the game so well there against Indonesia. Domprich, we got Erbil, LGE Ice, who just seemed to take the baton and run with it. And apparently the crowd favorite, J-Mac. Look, give me some more LCB31, though, to control the game. Maybe another double-double from Don.
Just gonna shout out, Sam Nation. That's the captain. That's gonna be the centerpiece of this entire team. But right now, the players are in the virtual tunnel. We're about to start the third game. Last game for the South Asia qualifiers. Let's get it going right now. eFIBA Season 1. I want to see these ballers ball now.
There we go. As we see the live feed there. There's Sam Nation, the captain of Mongolia. And once again, look at that setup for the Philippines. Really, really cool. I love the drip, man. That looks so cool. I'm so jealous. I want a Philippines jersey now. Really, really cool. That's their basketball federation hooking them up. That's what it's all about, and FIBA, the entire initiative is great. Coming out of the virtual tunnel.
Yep.
There's a crowd.
The crowd is there. And I want to give it to Sam. Right now, Sam got his family or friends. I saw someone massaging his arms. He probably got somebody massaging his fingers, making sure it's all ready. Make sure they loose. Make sure they're ready to make them threes, because this game is going to be insane. I have confidence in Mongolia. Philippines is good, but Mongolia may have that chip on their shoulder to prove. And a little bit of dancing from the Philippines. Loving the hair, though. Look at this green, white, and red. They look like a Naruto lineup. They got superpowers.
They absolutely do, Vince, and it's going to be Mongolia here in the, what are you going to call that? Like a turquoise blue right there with the red highlight. Look at that hair in the middle.
Yo, I want my straight up right there with that rainbow dreadlock. I mean, respect right there, coming from Mongolia. Now let's get the game going.
There we go. The Jamaican coming out in you, mate. I love it.
Oh,
Okay.
Absolutely. Was fantastic. Now, as you see, boom, a great dunk going down the lane. Ice is crazy. And I want to go to the chat really fast. Steph says, we love you back. And if you're rooting for any of these teams, Mongolia and Philippines, let me see some flags in the chat. We are here for you.
Absolutely. We saw the standings on screen for a moment there. You can see what is at stake with the huge point differential, the plus 36 for the Philippines. This is going to be a really difficult task to overcome for Mongolia. So really, though, national pride on the line, playing for the pride, early on, keeping their own as well. Not too shabby so far.
Gotcha. Now, right now, the Philippines having some control of the ball, making sure Ice has been going to the rim beautifully. But J-Mac for 3, but off the mark. He's been wanting to be the crowd favorite. He has a lot of fans in the chat, but he just missed that 3.
Here we go. Nice try from Sam Nation. I thought he drew the and one. And again, though, a cagey affair. I think Mongolia, if I was them, would have been sitting there, their coaching staff saying, guys, get better on defense. That was a big takeaway from game number 1 against Indonesia. But let's make this a cagey, slow affair as we see an open, off-balance, one-leg 3. Vince, I know you love those.
Oh my God, that was a running 3. That was just confidence. And actually, after a staggered screen, if you don't know what a staggered screen is when you play basketball, it's basically 2 screens coming off. I would love to do that in real life. I had plays set for that, which was amazing. That beautiful shot, oh, it brought a tear to my eye.
But straight back the other end, Mongolia, dropping in the 2. That's all you need. And a good reach-in foul here again. If you're coach, that's a good foul. You don't like all fouls, but that's a good foul because you're just contesting the ball, making sure they're a little bit uncomfortable. They would have been watching LCB 31 dominate with the ball, dominate with the rock last game, so why not?
The funny thing is that my coach would say, hey, you got 5 fouls. Use them. Use them. Don't waste them. Use them. I'm like, all right, but I don't want to hurt him. I didn't say hurt him. I said use them. But if you hit him, you better hit the floor. But another running 3 from the corner. I am telling you, Philippines is starting to heat up.
That was absolutely awesome. And again, it's LCB coming out here, just knocking down buckets when his team needs him. He seems to really show up in the first quarter. As you see, nice, high percentage bucket yet again from Mongolia. I love that mentality though, Vince. We're talking about a player that steadies the ship.
Yes.
He calms all the other players down, scores the majority of the points in the first quarter. And you know what? That brings out the other players, and then they step up.
Exactly, and that's the thing about teamwork, all right? Someone has to be that centerpiece. It could be the captain. It could be like, again, we saw Don Pritch. He's the one that basically had the double-double last game when it comes for the Philippines, and a beautiful behind the arc 3, 11 to 6, 5-point game. The Philippines are showing they're ready to play.
Yeah, and look at this. They go immediately to man-on-man, full court pressure right there against Mongolia. That's pretty evil, man. That's pretty ice cold right there. You break up and you take the ice cube tray as well. That is icy.
No, I'm taking it back. Right there, Mongolia, Bam, Sam, captain, as you can see, and you see the full team. But no, I don't take that disrespect. That is respect. Ooh, that was disrespectful. I can't look at the monitor no more. Keep going, Chris. I'm looking the other way.
Oh my God, Vince has had to turn his seat around, ladies and gentlemen, because that dunk was it was like staring at the sun. It was beautiful. Are you kidding me? Oh, highlight team, please can we get the 2-handed up and under baseline drive dunk? My goodness.
That is a replay. That is golden. That's what all our commentators want. But great pass down the lane. That's what you call a beautiful backdoor. Ain't nobody home, but I got 2 points from it.
Yeah, and that just shows the patience of this Filipino team, working that clock, working their plan, waiting for the man to get open, and then taking the points when they're on offer.
Absolutely amazing. Now Mongolia trying to keep control. Great pass. I'm loving the rainbow locks. Great pass into the beautiful captain with the nice play, but rejected by the Philippines. Mongolia from behind the 3, off the mark, and good rebound. Now it's Philippine ball.
Yeah, and look, okay, see that quick transition attempt right there. Mongolia took the notes.
Yeah.
Against Indonesia, they gave up about 10 points on transition plays just like that.
Yeah.
Not this time. Good to see them improving. Again, if they can stay close, strange things can happen in the fourth quarter of any eFIBA Season 1 game. So let's see what happens as he off balance 3, but a good board. Didn't get the putback.
Unlikely miss by the big man, but Mongolia is only down by 5. Less than a minute less than the first. I'm telling you, the game is not done. Look, in the chat, I got Isno saying Philippines ballin'. I love to see it. Also, people are really going crazy rooting this Filipino team, but where my Indonesia's at? I need some representation on Twitch from Indonesia. And don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms when it comes for Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and Instagram. And that's eFIBA_official.
Absolutely. And here come Mongolia yet again here. Good pull up as he got it. He misses. They do attack the boards. 3v1 though, it was always going to be the way. You're seeing pop up on screen. The quick change as well though in tactics. Now LCB 31 is activated, which means the hoop is as wide as the ocean right there. He doesn't take the three, though. He goes for the dunk again, Vince.
Look, this is like the 6th time I've seen him cross, tween, all of a sudden behind the back, straight down the lane. Somebody needs to find an answer for that problem. I know 2 plus 2 sometimes equals 5 because they can't figure it out right now.
As we get to the end of the first quarter, it is not disappointed. I got to tell you, it doesn't feel like an insurmountable lead because Mongolia are actually playing really, really well in this. We've seen them change their tactics. We've seen them learn from the mistakes they lost to Indonesia by, and they're making a game out of this. They're only down 7 after the first quarter. If you're the Philippines, more of the same. If you're Mongolia, you know, hustle.
Gotcha. I'll call it right now. If they get a stop right here and they score 1 bucket and make it a 5-point game, I'm telling you, it's going to change the confidence of Mongolia. All right, after this, but when you get threes like that from Steph Curry range, I don't know what to say after that. Beautiful, beautiful right here. Now, Mongolia has possession, full court pressure. Now, the Philippines are not letting up, and I take that as the ultimate respect, not disrespect, because they're making sure that Mongolians has no chance of coming back. Again, it's only a 12-point game, so this is insane.
Yeah.
Or 10-point game, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 10-point game at the moment. Mongolia kind of hanging around in this one. They have got to get LCB shut down, though. They might even need to start double teaming and just burning and hustling along that baseline. See what they can do here as Iman pulls up with the big man, big three, big miss.
Oh, absolutely amazing. This is great going back and forth. Oh, man, but here's the thing. LG Ice is definitely keeping control. But I have to admit, I don't know what he's doing because he had an open lane, and I called it. For some reason, they've been driving and kicking on open lane scoring points, so maybe they're trying to kill the clock?
Yeah, slightly. They are actually trying to, I believe, milk as much time as possible. But look, it's a tactic. We know they can score at will if they want to. But right now, the point differential is so much in their favor.
Now, look at the standings right now. As you see, 2-1, the Philippines. This is crazy. And also Indonesia with 1, but Mongolia has that loss. Now, we're going to see 46-point in the lead, which is crazy, but then a great dunk by the Philippines. I mean, are we already going to give the chip to the Philippines when it comes to the Asia qualifier?
It's looking pretty good, it has to be said. It is looking pretty good. You know, they're going to have an opportunity. We're going to have the finals. But that said, looking really, really nice so far. Mongolia, due to the round-robin nature, right? Yeah. They would have had to have won, you know, by 34 points. Yeah. That's pretty hard to pull off as we see a nice drive from Sam Nation. He is so class, by the way. He is like such a world-class player. So Mongolia have a future here, 100% in the eFIBA seasons, because they've got some great players. Anyway, they would have had to win big to answer your question, but nice drive, nice dunk. But they don't care. They're going out here to play, which I absolutely respect. However, we're seeing the golfing class right now as the Philippines up 14, trying to pull away. Let's see what Mongolia can do to stop them.
Now, don't forget, there's 30 nations that are fighting in this fantastic first season of eFIBA. And also, the world is watching. So, ball, play your game. You never know who's watching, okay? And shout out to Sam from Mongolia. He's definitely shown that he is a player. Now, his team is great. There's just right now not as much experience as Indonesia and
goaltend.
Philippines. Oh my.
It's a goaltend. Don't worry, I know it. I was like, God, that can't be a block. That cannot be a block.
I feel like I'm Ezekiel from the Bible. I am blind now. I can't see anything. That was absolutely nasty. Not in that house ever again.
Yeah, it's one of those nasty and beautiful as they go baseline and get another block. And there we go. There's the transition buckets. Now, look, Mongolia, they adjusted so well from their loss to Indonesia. In fairness, that is only the first, quick transition bucket they've given up.
Oh, yeah.
But the Philippines trying to pull away. But we see a nice three here from Mongolia. They can't look at the mountain here, Vince. They got to go one step at a time if they want to reach this peak.
Yo, just keep chipping away, all right? I've been some games I've been down by 20, okay? It happens, all right? It always does. But my coach always say, take one play at a time. All right, 2 points there, a steal there to get your confidence up. Whew. But when your opponent is raining threes as if it was raining, man, I cannot say anything about that because I don't know how to stop it.
Yeah, the mean green weather machine right there. He's stroking it green, making it rain. It's coming down. Very, very nice stuff. Good D, though. Good D right there as well. This is what I love about the Philippines.
Yeah.
Clearly, they've got the skills to pay the bills.
Absolutely.
Right? They're so skilled. But the hustle.
Oh, you're loving the hustle.
Oh, man, the high IQ, the big brain plays. You know, you put all those elements together, that makes for a championship team right there. Nice work three. Missed it, though. Hard to stroke that green. That was deep. However, you're now going up against 3 activated players, 3 activated avatars if you are Mongolia. As we get a nice putback again, the foul, though. Look how hard the Philippines make you work just to go to the line to shoot free throws. The shot clock was up. It's like a 24 seconds gone, and now big man shoot free throw. Like, you're not even guaranteed. They did get both of them.
They're not going in the paint and getting anything easy. And again, I call it the ultimate respect. They don't care who you're playing against. We're going to show you our best defense, our best offense. We're going to make sure that if you come in our house, we're going to ball. Which right there, great defense right now, Mongolia with the possession, a jump pass to my Caribbean lockman with the double. Oh, but rejected. Great defense by the Philippines.
And another quick transition move right there. 40 seconds left here in the second quarter. You're absolutely right. And that's the mark of a true championship caliber team, right? They don't lower themselves to the opponent's level that they're playing. They stay at that champo level no matter what, as we see another 3 rattled home. And now they are pulling away, 21 points up as we approach final couple of possessions here in the first half. You're watching eFIBA Season 1. Philippines versus Mongolia, who had an open look but couldn't get the bucket to drop. This is what the Philippines do. They play hard defense, hard-nosed defense. They starve you of possessions, but they make sure they score every time they get the ball. And then all of a sudden you look up and you're down 21.
I see it. And also shout out to Da11 saying good hustle by J-Mac. And some new people are coming into the chat. I see you, Scent Bit. I see y'all. Everyone is rooting. I want to see some flames in the chat because now the player of the half is absolutely fantastic. Now look right here. LCB, he's been absolutely balling all game. He has 18 points, all right, out of the 36. But I get to Mongolian Iram, 15 points. But again, I'm loving the hair, though. I'm loving the locks. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, those are 2 beautiful-looking men right there, without a doubt. And of course, the Irishman in me is very, shout out to all the Irish 2K players and fans. The Irishman in me is loving that green beard and that green hair as well. He'd be welcome on St. Patrick's Day Parade in Dublin any year. Has to be said, though, the Philippines, just a class above. They are in a world of their own, aren't they?
Yes, absolutely a world of their own, but right now they're in the groove. They're flowing, they're going, they're growing. They're making sure that they want to say a statement to anybody around the world that, look, we are a team, we are an e-sport team that knows how to do this fantastic game correctly. NBA2K done right. Salamat, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's Sam Nation. Oh, nice up and under reverse dunk right there. He has probably been the highlight, I think, for Mongolia. And I love it when you actually see like a new emerging player on the global stage. Yeah. You never know what this tournament might lead to, where it could lead to. 2K NBA draft, you never know.
Yep.
So when Sam Nation comes out, and you can see him there, top right-hand corner, he's the captain for Team Mongolia, and plays like this on the global stage, it's got to feel good even though you're losing.
Absolutely. Now, again, LCB, as I said, has 18 points for this game. He's definitely going on. You saw him in the top left just a moment ago. But I'm telling you, Mongolia is not going to quit. Now it's an 18-point lead. And, I still have some confidence. And if they had that steal, that would have showed some great morale toward the team because what they do is come back. They still can chip away. The game is not over. We still got 3 minutes left in the third. We still got a 5-minute quarter going into the fourth. But, again, it is, I don't know, the commentator curse for Mongolia and a commentator blessing for Philippines. Because every time I say that, they score a 3.
Yeah, look at this full court pressure as well. I mean, they're going full court man, and they're up 21. It just shows you, like you said, it's respect. They're not taking this opponent for granted at all whatsoever. They are playing at the same high caliber no matter who they're facing. Man, and it is such a high caliber. That open 3 was pure evil the way they worked that. As we see a miss at this end for Mongolia, they are so patient and working the ball, it's next level. It really is, Vince.
I see, and I love the amazing teamwork, but great big man move right there. Keeping your pivot foot, fake left, fake right, hook shot off the glass. And I gotta go back to the chat because I'm seeing some new people here. Someone's talking about Ryan, may talk about a little bit later. But again, J-Mac fans are insane. I don't know if we can get in contact with the Philippines, but we gotta get J-Mac once or twice in the interview. And before I continue, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, follow eFIBA_official immediately if you're on any of these platforms.
Yeah, it's J-Mac's got a massive fan base out there. Man, I don't know what's going on.
It's
right
going
there.
crazy. We got Seth, we got Steph. We're saying J-Mac, the best player of the game. Shout out to, hey, Kathy, how you doing? And yeah, I see Hansel. I'm going to shout out Kathy. I don't know who Kathy is, but you're getting a blow kiss from the man Vince and also the man Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that could be my auntie Kathy. You never know.
Yeah.
But hey, in which case, what's up, Auntie Kathy? But yeah, the J-Mac fan crew just going off here. For me, though, it's all about LCB
great dunk.
Senor Ice as well. Senor Ice. Yeah, epic work right there.
Iceman right there, doing the ice jutsu. He's freezing his opponent, making sure he ain't going nowhere, and then he just sliding to the rim. But as you see, Mongolia still not giving up. 23-49, minute 44 left in the third. Whoa! Off balance hook elbow shot? Have you ever seen that in NBA 2K?
Mate, from the elbow, no. Power hook, one-hander from the elbow. Oh, there we go. Hey, look, those were the rainbow dreads, mate. That gives him special powers.
I'm getting, at the end of the rainbow, there's a portal good. But anyway, I want to know right now, again, I don't know if producer can hear this, but if you can get on contact with the Philippines in their hub and get J-Mac, they'll be really appreciated. But again, when the shot clock was going down, Philippines behind the arc, it is getting crazy.
Yeah, look, LCB making it look absolutely easy. It has to be said, right now anyway, putting his hand up for player of the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, early on. Sam Nation, I want to give a special shout out to as well.
Yes.
Not easy to be, A, team captain, all the pressure that comes with that. B, put in this region against these two powerhouses, and then C, come out and play the way he has. Big props.
But also give him credit where credit's due because I know he's going to learn from this, all right? They are going to be back. Shout out to Mongolian teams. You are not out of my fan base, okay? I'm going to be rooting you anytime I can. But I'm telling you, after this tournament, they're going to go back to the drawing board, find out what they need to work on, and they're going to come back strong.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about the, the apparatus they build around the players as well to support these basketball federations. I know they do as much as they humanly possibly can to actually support these athletes as well. That's what it's all about. We're seeing these tremendous shots of the Philippines in their swag, in their stadium with all their coaching staff. That kind of team unity, that level of organization, what it does is it demands excellence.
Yes.
And look at the result.
Actually, about less than 20 seconds left in the third. And you know what? I'm going to need something in the chat. All my Filipinos, I want to see as many flags as I can see in the chat because I just got word we're going to interview J-Mac at the end of the game. So if J-Mac's going to come on, I got to see the flags. I got to see the flames. I want this thing to be flooded while happy you are because you know what? Whatever the viewers ask for, they're going to get. Well, to a point. But you ask, and we're going to give you right there. And also, shout out to AJ. Shout out Jack. What's up? How you doing? But also, we got Philippines is real happy. We see J-Mac actually in the frame. That's what you look like. He got a fresh cut, so he's ready for this interview.
Well, it looked like they're ready to hand that big red mic on to anybody. So we put the request in. We will please the crowd. They will get what they want here in the Coliseum as we see Mongolia fighting until the end in this one. Fourth quarter action. eFIBA Season 1, Southeast Asia region. The Philippines look like, as they rattle home another beautiful three-pointer, look like they are about to, take home the top of the pool anyway, Vince.
Yeah, right now. And they're showing that they're a powerhouse. Again, this is only the qualifiers. They still got Indonesia when it comes to the finals if they take this out. And that right there is going to be best of 3 last time I checked. Yeah. So they're not going to get that chip easily at all because Indonesia, we saw they can ball. As you see the pose here, Philippines plus 70, Indonesia minus 23, but Mongolia still representing the blue, red, and the yellow. It's still at least you're on the docket, all right? I'm so proud of you for joining us, but keep playing. Let's see what happens until the last whistle blows.
Well, look, there's a couple of expressions that come to mind here, right? You got to be in it to win it. and you never go if you never know. So, I mean, it's that simple. They came to the tournament. They found out, what's their skill level on the global stage. As we see a nice alley-oop. That was gorgeous. Wasn't the dunk, but it was the finger roll alley-oop. I'll pay it, don't worry. That's what we call the trumpet monkey alley-oop, right? It's not quite a dunk, but really good-looking play right there. Mongolia will be learning a lot about what they need to do to compete at this level as well. That's the critical thing here, Vince. And they'll be back bigger, better, stronger for eFIBA season number 2.
Absolutely. And you just saw Sam Nation right there on the screen. Still a smile on his face. I'm pretty sure he's glad to be here. You're still representing your country right, buddy. You keep playing. You keep playing hard. 59-30. You're doing well after against this Philippine team because they've scored 100 before, So, look, you're doing great.
Yeah, really, really well. As we saw a failed alley-oop, they're trying to give us a nice show here, Vince. I really appreciate that, the Mongolians. 61-30. The 61 in particular. Let's just, as we see, pull up 3. Oh, that was actually a good look. Unlucky miss right there. Mongolia have scored more points against the Philippines than Indonesia did.
Yeah, I can see that as well. But also take in consideration is this. When you're playing this game, it's all about learning experience. And you know what? I'm glad they're here. And I got to give it to Mongolia. You were making a lot of those other shots before. You're just missing them. You're off the mark. First time facing the champion. Again, I was rooting for you in the first half and the second half. I'm still rooting for the third half. I'm still rooting for the fourth half. I am not forsaking you at all. But right now, just ball out, show what you can do, and have some fun with it.
Yep, 4 halves. That'd be an epic game. Well, that's what we're going to get in the finals no matter what, mate. So there we go. As we see a nice, massive dunk from Sam Nation. Look at this. Mongolia playing against probably the favorites for the region with 3 players activated. Excuse me, all 5 players now activated as I say that. And Sam Nation still throwing down just tomahawk dunks. You love to see it. Nice defensive board here from Bill. Come on, Will, get the ball up the field. Here we go. And just going out swinging, which is, they have my respect right there, Mongolia. Playing fearless.
Got you. And now, right now, shout out to Doreen Senpai. Actually did a highlighted message on Twitch saying, shout out to JMac and eFIBA #1. I think we're doing a decent job in the broadcast. People are loving it. JMac is coming. One more shout out to Kathy. Don't know who this Kathy is, but I was going to say Kathy. It seems like it's clean.
Kath, it's all good. It could be the Auntie Kath. You don't know. We've got a few family members from Australia watching, as you do, from New York, right? As we see another nice 3 there from Mongolia. I have tremendous amount of respect for the way they're finishing this game here.
Yes, they're not giving up. They're going to keep going. You see the captain to the right of the Mongolian team and the entire team of the Philippines showing unity, which is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and look, you can see he's taking it serious. I mean, they're down. They're down big. They're down 36 points, but he's still locked in, still communicating. I think we haven't seen the last of the Mongolian team, certainly for future tournaments, and definitely Sam Nation looking absolutely awesome as well. As we see good hustle, though, this is what I love about the Philippines. Look at this, man. The hustle, that was about less than 2 seconds from turnover to points. Absolutely phenomenal stuff here. And here come, we see a reach-in foul again. Again, the Philippines still hustling right here.
Actually, still going, still have not got that foot off the throttle. They're going straight Tokyo drift. They're doing a straight drag race down to the end of the finish line. They're going to make sure they put as many points as they can to show the world on why they should be the #1 team representing the entire Asian qualifying round, which is absolutely fantastic. As you see, LG Ice pump fake, corner, PB Social. Oh, 1-shot 3. Woo. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was awesome. Foot on the line. Come on, ref, let him have it. Look, the zebras are people too. As we see more pressure. And another 3 here, and it goes in as well, pouring in the points here, pouring in the pain. The Philippines, they do not care about your feelings. They are not your therapist.
No. I'm telling you, this is why not little boys play the game. They're for grown men, and I don't care. That was a grown man dunk by Mongolia. They are not stopping.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I mean, we're going end to end here. Mongolia, they're not taking it lying down at all whatsoever. They are literally going down swinging. Look at them trying to work these circus passes. They're getting loose. Final 47 seconds, down big. Have some fun, Mongolia. You've done your nation proud 100%. And that's what it's all about. It's all about the national pride. But the Philippines as well saying, okay, guys, you want to play? We're going to play to the final whistle here. And we're going to give it your all. As we see Ice pull the trigger again. Big miss. There's our Rainbow Warrior getting the, getting the big rebound. It's going to be Mongolia's ball here. 27 seconds.
I mean, right now, look, not just playing, okay? At the end of the game, this is a video game. This right here is NBA2K. And the great thing about it is that there's always going to be another game, okay? It's not going to end today. Ain't going to end tomorrow. All you got to do is work on your amazing position when it comes to making your shots behind the arc, your teamwork, and also, what's making that fantastic?
Stroking a green in traffic, easier said than done. That is a high level skill here. Final 3 seconds. LCB31 says, GG's in the chat. Well played. We have the Philippines winning back-to-back games, which is easier said than done as well. A nice smile on the face of Sam Nation there, the captain from Mongolia. Really good effort from him. You can see Team Philippine and J-Mac, who we're going to be having a combo with in just a little bit. I do believe we are ready to go with interviews. Are we not, Vince? Take it away, mate.
Let's go now. Again, we're going to go to, again, the underdogs of Mongolia. We're going to have Sam Nation right now on the screen. Just want to ask the question, and I want to shout out to Mongolia. Thank you so much for participating. You guys are fantastic. Hey, Sam, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. The crucial questions, again, 0-2. I know you lost both games, but how does it feel to represent your country here at eFIBA Season 1?
It was an honor to represent our country, and thank you for hosting this great tournament.
Oh, man, it was absolutely a pleasure. I'm very sure we're going to see you again. Congratulations on joining us. I can't wait to see you in the next tournament.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Looking forward to see you again as well.
Yes, sir. Now, everyone at the Philippines, you asked for it, and now you got it. We got the one and only J-Mac. J-Mac, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, look, I've been on Twitch all day long, and we got Setpit, J-Mac for president. Dareen Senpai, J-Mac is our hero. Why does the Philippines love you so much?
My supporters love me very much.
They love you. You are a great representation of the Philippines. I think I'm going to say this right in Tagalog. Is it salamat? It says salamat in Tagalog?
Thank you. Salamat.
Yes, salamat. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see you in the finals, brother. Good job.
Good job. I love you.
I love you too, man. I love the Philippines. Let's go right back to Chris.
That's absolutely fantastic. Oh, man, what an interview. J-Mac got on there, and Twitch loved it. Well, we got the full final standings for you right here. That's a feel-good Twitch moment there. And as you can see, it's all about the Philippines, and they poured on the points there. First against Indonesia, which was in game number 2 of the broadcast, and then right there, the one we just wrapped against Mongolia. So it will be Philippines and Indonesia in the final. But I do just want to give a shout out to Sam Nation, who you saw there at the end. They're going to be back. And he in particular, Vince, was so world class against 2 dominant opponents.
Absolutely. Now, also, want again, shout out to Sam saying that it was an honor to represent his country, Mongolia. I definitely want to see you again. You have a beautiful country. It's a fantastic culture. So shout out to Mongolia. But I'm about to go to the chat really fast. And I gotta admit, they are going crazy for J-Mac. We got from Rich Monday, J-Mac so handsome, all right? Ha, ha, ha. J-Mac, national hero. Ha, ha, and I love you. I love you too, J-Mac. But real quick question, what makes the Philippines so good? It's not just J-Mac, but what makes them so good?
Yeah, it's a great question, and shout out to J-Mac as well. I think I want J-Mac's head just on a t-shirt. Maybe we get that merch done up right there. I mean, I look at my notes right there, and I just keep coming back time and time again, Vince. I'm circling LCB31, you know, and Senor Ice as well. These guys were just unstoppable. You're seeing the setup. I've mentioned it a couple of times that if you're just tuning in, the team for the Philippines right there, their basketball federation has helped them so much. They've got all the swag on. They've got a dedicated area right there where all of the team is together, all of the coaching staff. They've got their tactics. They've got everything figured out. And man, they just put in a flawless performance back-to-back games, which is hard to do at a high level.
Flawless performance again Tuesday and Wednesday. That's when the finals are going to be airing. So you better be coming back. I see my Filipino chat. I want you guys to follow again eFIBA_official on all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and definitely Twitch. Put that notification bell right now so you do not miss a second of the Philippines and Indonesia, and also J-Mac. But now we are done with the Asia qualifiers when it comes to Southeast Asia, and now we're going to Middle East. And I know, Chris, you are excited for this.
Oh, big time. And I'll tell everybody why, okay? We're going to open here between Saudi Arabia and Lebanon. Saudi Arabia have won the 3 previous FIBA eSport Opens. So they're coming in here for eFIBA Season 1. Brand new competition format to try and four-peat. No one's ever done this ever on an international stage in 2K before. They're about to make history. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Vince.
Yes.
Will Lebanon, will Qatar come and steal that crown, steal the belt? Can they do it? That's what I'm looking out for. That's the narrative.
Now, I want to talk right now. It says 15:15, 15:45, and 16:15. That is Danish time. That's here in Denmark, because I don't think you guys heard me the first time, and I want to thank and shout out to everyone out there that's helping us, especially when it comes to eFIBA and DreamHack, is that we right now are in Copenhagen, Denmark. So that's why the time is at that time. So set it to CET, I think it's +1. I'm from America, it's different. But the one thing I do know is that I love this matchup coming on, because Saudi Arabia is gonna be tough, Qatar is gonna be tough, and Lebanon is gonna be even tougher, and I can't wait to watch this matchup.
Hello, this is Ryan from Saudi Arabia, also known as Ryan XO.
All right, 10-9 in favor of Saudi Arabia right now, and they have the ball.
Here in the Middle Eastern community of the e-basketball, a lot of players from different countries trying their best to be the best in the eFIBA Season 1.
And Rai, get some space, pass it.
Saudi Arabian national team already won 3 championships organized by FIBA, and now it's a chance to do something great again.
That was Ryan from Saudi Arabia, and as we talked about multiple times, and I think it's crucial because FIBA Season 1, 17 teams. Next one was 36 in FIBA Season 2, and also with 60 teams, and Saudi Arabia was dominant in all of them. You really think they're gonna make history?
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I've called the previous 2 finals as well. Lucky enough to be on the desk for those ones. They do not disappoint, Vince. They take this very, very seriously.
Yes.
They're, as I mentioned, the only nation in the world going for a 4-peat. That means a lot to them. So the pressure's on the line. I love the format of eFIBA Season 1.
Yeah.
This round-robin format means if every game counts. If you miss one, if you lose a game, you drop a game here, you might be going home. And so the pressure's on from the opening tip-off. That's what I'm digging. I think they're going to do it, though. They're my favorite.
And I actually think they're not going to let their foot off the gas. I'm going to keep saying that analogy because it's a matter of respect. When you're playing someone that you haven't played before, or just playing someone in 2K, you don't want to go easy on them. Even when you go to the park. Now, we played basketball before. Sometimes you play to the level that you play against. That happens sometimes. When it's a lower level, then you play a low level. But then you have to learn to break that ceiling and say, you know what? I don't care if you're 14 years old, 41 years old. You're going to get this work. And Saudi Arabia is going to do that, but there's only one problem. Heavy head that wears the crown, because everyone's after that #1 spot. So I think they're going to come back hard.
Exactly. You got a massive target on your back. And as well, you know, we're talking about Qatar, Lebanon. These are not walk in the parks. You know, these are tough games they're going to be playing right there. You're dead right, though. We saw the Philippines just do that in the Southeast Asia region. They played back-to-back games to the highest quality level, stuck to their tactics, got in the end, easy wins, but they make the difficult seem incredibly easy for us sitting here on the desk and for you guys at home. That's what Saudi Arabia is going to be looking to do.
Yeah.
This is a massive opportunity to go into the history books because, generally speaking, 4 tournaments in a row, 4 international championships in a row to win 4 crowns. Yeah, you know, we might not see that again for a decade or something.
We may not. But you know what? I think without further ado, let's introduce the players from both these amazing teams. And again, you're taking up from the top.
Yeah, here we go. So, Uchiha, this is the man to watch for right here for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We got Nasser, we got Sam, we got Paulo and Khalid. And I got to tell you, though, Uchiha, for me, 100%, you know, he's participated in every single one of the tournaments previously. So this dude is as old as the, you know, he's part of the furniture right now when it comes to that Saudi Arabia team. And all they do is win.
Absolutely. And you know what? Just let you know a little nerdiness. Uchiha, that's the Uchiha clan. You know about Sasuke, you know Itachi. You know, I'm telling you, Chidori, when you come to that light, but again, I can go on and on with anime. But I'm looking at this Lebanon team. When you got Abdul Maj, you got Ribal Head 24, Yechi 2323, Rabi Hassan, and Mo Fatel. Now, these players, I'm really interested in finding out about them because when I looked up, you know, the history behind Lebanon, back in the day, in the FIBA world, in the championships, they actually qualified for like the national teams 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row. So in real life, the ballers are real. Now I'm really excited to see what the 2K players are like because as you see, these different teams will replicate probably their favorite player that they're playing against. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see it.
No, absolutely. You know, dual athletes, right? And Mo Fatal is going to be a name to look out for.
Oh, right.
Again, what I love is if you've been here, you've done it before, then the lights aren't too bright, right? You're able to kind of calm down a little bit, soak it up, stick to your game plan, and not lose sight of the fact that you're representing your country. Half the country's watching, the family's watching, all your coaches, all your players are on your shoulders there. That's the type of player who's going to step up and make a big difference for Lebanon.
And I want to shout out, you just said look out for Mo Fatal, and I'm looking right now, his favorite team is the Dallas Mavericks. He's been playing 2K for 6 years, but competitively for only 1 year, okay? So he doesn't have that much experience. I mean, last time was the FIBA Esports 2021, and he had some fun facts. He said straight up, I'm too old for this, all right? He's 36 years old, which is crazy, but he did play basketball for over 20 years. So he has some experience playing the real game. But we also have this great lineup. Let's look at the Middle East graphic about who's actually playing and what time. Again, 15:15 CET Danish time, Saudi Arabia versus Lebanon, and then 15:45 Qatar versus Lebanon, and then 16:50 Qatar versus Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it's going to be really awesome. So Saudi Arabia get to go away and, you know, have that breather in between. Lebanon have to go back-to-back, which is always tough. Qatar then have to go back-to-back. I love the format of this tournament.
Yeah.
I love the fact that we are keeping up the pace in between the games as well. Look, I think that the players appreciate that too, you know, because the fingers aren't getting cold. You know, the neurons are still firing in the brain right there. It's good to keep up the tempo. I mean, like, look at that. Within an hour and a half, we're going to have 3 high-octane games.
Oh, yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. And then we're going to know whether or not the Saudis are going to have a chance to defend that crown. But I think they're going to come out swinging. I'm expecting fireworks here. Fireworks in game number 1, Vince.
Absolutely. Now the iPad is out. As you know, we are live on Twitch. I see everyone in the chat. Still, J-Mac is still going crazy, but I see Saudi Arabia. Recam 13 wants Saudi Arabia versus the Philippines. He actually wants that, which is going to be fantastic. And then also, I see we got some Saudi fans coming out, and I'm so glad that you can join us. All right, we got Little Sticky. Thank you so much. Saudi's going there. And also, Sam X is looking hot. That's going to hit Kaiser. What's going on? Again, show the love in the chat. We want you to be a part of this game just as much. We're having fun commentating. If you have any questions, if you have a request, as you just saw, you asked for J-Mac. Our producer said, what did they want? I said, they want J-Mac. Are you sure? I said, yes, they do. So you got it. So also follow us on all social media platforms when it comes to Twitter, when it comes to Instagram, when it comes to Twitch. Because of what happens is that you send us comments, we're going to edit the show for you. Now, there are some restrictions. You may not have it your way like it's McDonald's, but we will try our best to compliment you.
We absolutely will, Vince. And what I want to see are hot takes, guys. I want who's going to be getting the MVP in chat. Let us know who's going to be winning the game as well. We got the polls going, right? So let us know. Let the flags, let the avatars, let the emoticons do the talking as well. Tell us what you think is going to go down. Tell us.
And also, with those countries, I'm going to say right now, I had the beautiful pleasure to travel to Egypt. So I learned a little bit of Arabic. I know like shukran and sabah al khair. I know that, and I know zatoun, which is olives. I don't know why I know that word out of all of them, but I want to say it's a beautiful country. The Middle East is absolutely fantastic. Shout out to Egypt, which you will see them play soon when it comes to our next part of the qualifiers. But the thing that I do know is this, is that they got some ballers out there.
They do.
They really
Absolutely.
do.
Yeah.
I mean, Egypt, winning first in the FIBA 3x3 when it comes to the women. You know, they came in second place in the FIBA 3x3 when it comes to the men. And I've been watching them, and there's such a great culture out there.
Yep.
Very giving, very forthright in just saying, welcome to our country. And this is what I want to see on the court. They're a passing team, okay?
Yep.
There's a guy named Mito Muhammad. He's called Cairo Irvin. This man makes one of the best passes as well. And the female version, Soraya Muhammad, shout out to you. Also, fantastic point guards. I wonder if that's going to transition into the game here.
Yeah, potentially, absolutely. I could see that happening without a doubt, Vince. I mean, we're seeing from the first 3 games right there how important the passing game is.
Yeah.
If you don't get that right, you're getting turnovers. And then you're getting transition buckets the other way. You get it spot on. The passing game can be make or break. It's not just the shooting.
Gotcha. And if you missed it, we also had the captain of the Saudi Arabia team had this fantastic feature. And I think we want to see it one more time. So let's play it.
Hello, this is Ryan from Saudi Arabia, also known as Ryan XO.
All right, 10-9 in favor of Saudi Arabia right now, and they have the ball.
Here in the Middle Eastern community of the e-basketball, a lot of players from different countries trying their best to be the best in the eFIBA Season 1.
And Rai, get some space, pass it.
Saudi Arabian national team already won 3 championships organized by FIBA. And now it's a chance to do something great again.
All right, we are back right here in the beautiful city of Copenhagen with my man, Chris Simpson, AKA Trumpet Monkey, and we're about to get started with the Middle East qualifiers here at eFIBA Season 1. Now, we're very transparent. When I did my Twitch streams, I was very transparent what's going on. Don't forget, this is still the internet, all right? Things sometimes get delayed. All right, but here's the thing. I'm gonna do a positive, but let's talk about what's going on. We have a little delay. All right, it's true. You guys are watching the chat. We can't hide this. Everything you know, okay? Big Brother's there. You got an iPad, iPhone. Your mama know where you are by just pressing the clicker. There used to be a commercial, right? I remember this commercial? This commercial, everybody's walking around, everybody's having fun. All of a sudden, this mom is looking for the sun. They don't know where the sun is, right? All of a sudden, she comes out, presses a button, sun just appears out of the forest, and all of a sudden, it's a certain kind of battery. I don't know if I can say it online and stuff like that. But I was like this, hold on a second. What was the thing that she clicked that the sun came out? Bill Burr had a great bit about that. And I went, yo. So technology's there. We have a little delay, all right? We know what's happening, but the one thing is that we could talk basketball all day. Now, I do have a question for you, Chris. Do you have a favorite game from the FIBA Opens? Because Saudi Arabia has the champions, but do you have a favorite game?
Okay, personal favorite, full discretion, half Australian, half Irish, all right? The first time the national Irish team took the floor, they had afros, okay? And they didn't just have normal colored afros. They went with the tricolor, which is the 3 colors of the Irish flag. And I got to tell you, that for me was absolutely awesome. So we had the Irish flag there on the court in the afros. They did pretty well as well. But I have to tell you, the America Finals in particular were pretty epic. To see USA win it once and then lose it the next was kind of massive. So I think calling the finals is always fun. I'm not going to play favorites, all right? I'm going to be like a good father. You know, I'm going to love all of my children equally, okay? I can't pick one final over the other, but the finals in particular are always a joy to watch because we get to this high level and it can come down to the final bucket.
Okay. All right, now we're about to get started right now. Let's go. We have the one and only Saudi Arabia about to play this fantastic team of Lebanon. We got the captains right here. Again, I want to make sure, I think that's Abu Maj right there. And also, okay, I'm not sure exactly who that captain is, which is fantastic. But we're about to get this game started immediately. I'm really excited. Saudi Arabia versus Lebanon. Who do you think is going to take it?
Oh, give me the Saudis. I think they're going to come out swinging. I don't think it's going to be necessarily a walk in the park. I think they'll establish a lead and then slowly just build upon it until we get to the fourth quarter when I expect them to have a double-digit lead and then shut out the game. However, you know, pressure is on. The pressure to be perfect.
Absolutely. Now, the captains are getting ready. I don't know if they can hear me, but they got the focus. I can't wait to see them. And I can see us in the background. I think that's Lebanon right there on the left side. I don't know. Okay, but he could see us talking. You got some fantastic hair, by the way.
Thank you, right? Yeah, working the magic right there. But we are just hearing actually that they're having connectivity issues one more time. Guys, this is why we have the format that we do from a regional perspective, from the geographies. It's one, to make sure the latency is as low as possible. You wouldn't want to have, for example, Team USA playing against Team Australia.
Exactly.
The ping would be off the charts and it would be an unfair advantage. So one, we got to get people grouped together regionally, okay? But then two, we are talking about connecting 5 players from each team, okay? There is a 6th, there is a sub as well, if needed. You know, it takes a moment. So we've been, look, the Gremlins haven't got into the machine so far. We managed to get all the way up to game number 4 before we saw the Gremlins come out, Vince. That's what's going on right now. That's why we're on the desk. But I'm enjoying myself anyway, man.
Man, I got a lot of things. But I'm going to shout out to Crystal. If you don't know, Crystal is behind the scenes and comes to DreamHack. Making this man looks absolutely beautiful, man. She had a little, got the hair lovely. He put the color. It's just beautiful, okay? The Irish, the Australian, the Aussie, okay? Looks fantastic. I love it. We tried to do this because I'm bald. Like, so I think this works a little. I don't think it's going to work. No, I'm going to do it. But I just want to shout out Saudi Arabia and Lebanon. I actually did some research about their players, okay? Which I'm going to give you Saudi Arabia right here, all right? And Lebanon is right here. Now, number 24, Reba Hassan, okay? His favorite team in the NBA is the Golden State Warriors. He's been doing 4 years playing NBA2K, but 4 years playing competitively. Currently, he's living in Saudi Arabia. He works as an operation manager in a construction company. He loves swimming. He loves camping. His nickname is El Riberio, and you can follow him at Ryan Hassan. Now, let's give us a player right here for Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I just want to point out, though, I love the fact that we're seeing so many former IRL players who are still connected to their national basketball federations, also who happen to be e-athletes. There's a lot of correlation there between the mindset, the training, all of that discipline. Really, really fun. So, yeah, look, let's talk about now Ryan Omesh as well. And I love here that he has trophies on 3 cities in Saudi Arabia, but also trophies from 2 in the United Kingdom. I mean, come on. And he's a jet fighter mechanic.
And yes, I saw that. Fantastic, right?
So we get the player profiles beforehand. We have our pre-production meeting. We're also staying in the same hotel. So it's breakfast, it's lunch, it's dinner. We hit the gym. We're talking. Did you see the guy was a jet mechanic? Was this right? It was like, wait, like was he a mechanic? You know, who just happened to work at the airport? No. Fighter jet mechanic.
Fighter jet.
We trust this guy, pilots with his lives to go up in fighter jets. So what better man do you want, like, commanding your team in 2K?
And he was the one that we saw. He's the one that we saw, and it was absolutely amazing.
And he did look super calm, super collected as well. You can see how much it meant to him to be representing the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia here, eFIBA Season 1, but also a quiet confidence. So if I'm Qatar and I'm Lebanon, I'm a little bit worried at the fact these guys don't seem phased at all.
Now, we have another feature for you guys about building that avatar, and I think you're actually going to love it because we saw it in the beginning. So let's watch it one more time. Click.
As you can see, looking fresh from head to toe, and I'll break down bit by bit. Let's go with the bottom, cow print cowboy boots, country classic. Spending my time in Dallas, I think one of my favorite places in the entirety of America. Thought I'd embrace it and bring it back home. Top of the range shoes. The shorts, I'm rocking with the 2-hour set. Very simple, very basic, black and white, just kind of checkered stripes on the side. And of course, some compression shorts underneath. You can't have cowboy boots without a cowboy hat. Looking very good, looking very tidy. And I also have a face mask on. Accessories,
So Vince, that's Hazza right there from Team Great Britain. And actually, this touches upon something that you and I were talking about both live on air and then off air as well. Team Mongolia. So the Great Britain team, when they first participated, you know, it kind of got blown out of the water a little bit. Okay. But then they get together. Hazard plays like Hazard. They come out of the woodwork. They really start to train, gel together, and they really competed at 2 and 3. Yeah. And so we're up to our 4th tournament now, 4th FIBA esports tournament, eFIBA season number 1. Yep. And players like that, as you can see, supreme confidence, knowledge, and ability. His avatar right there with the swag, that's how he carries himself in real life as well. This man has a massive sneaker collection, okay? We're talking like it would rival most rappers, okay? Huge. So this dude loves his swag, but that's how he plays on the court. But most crucially, it was the national team coming from one tournament to the next, getting better and better and better. Look out for Mongolia, like a year or 2 from now. They may very well be taking the championship of Southeast Asia. But shout out to the Philippines who've just upped their game. And as you can see, we're about to find out, can Saudi do the same thing?
Exactly. Now, I read a little bit of Harry. Now, did he actually participate in a professional league, NBA2K, overseas in the United States?
Yeah, he's that good. So, I mean, that's kind of how good he is. But once you get one player like that, you can build a national team around. It's very, very cool. I think Mongolia have that in Sam Nation as well. And I'm sure there's scouts watching.
Now, I also seen some players that can play on NBA2K, which is absolutely fantastic. And some people say if you're the top 1,000, you may go semi-pro or maybe pro. So like I said, you don't know who's watching. And I remember when I was a kid, my mother, I love you, Mom. I love Mama Chang. I love you. But look at me. You said, don't play that game. You're going to waste your life playing video games. You ain't going to be nothing playing video games. Put a Jamaican accent to that, and that's what she would tell me. I could have made millions, Ma. Millions if I kept playing my Halos, if I kept playing my Final Fantasy 7s, if I kept playing my NBA 2K. Look at these kids right now. Go to school. Go to school. But if you don't know about this in the States, they're actually making e-sport colleges.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting scholarships to play video games, okay? Make sure you do your schoolwork because this is not easy to beat. And yes, there's a chance that you won't make it, but I'm optimistic because there's a chance that you will make it. They always say that saying, hey, that's 1 in a billion. But most people concentrate in the building. Why don't you concentrate on that one? But to keep it going, I'm gonna look at the matches again right here because I wanna know what's going on with this Middle East lineup because I wanna see who's gonna go out on top. Now, yes, we are delayed. Just ignore the time. Saudi Arabia versus Lebanon, Qatar versus Lebanon, and Qatar versus Saudi Arabia. Do you know any information about Lebanon and Qatar, though? Because you've been watching them for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're definitely gonna compete. Gotcha. But there has been a little bit of a gulf, it has to be said here. As I mentioned, like Mo Fatal, there are returning players here as well, Rabal, and they've been playing well previously there, like for Lebanon. Saudi Arabia, just that just cut above, though. It has to be said. I think I would love to see, though, we were just talking about Team Great Britain and how they came along and developed from one contest to the next. Absolutely. I'm really, really hoping that we do get to see the same here and it becomes even more contested. But Qatar, it has to be said as well, have looked solid. You got to remember at a grassroots level as well, like you were just talking about scholarships in the USA for e-athletes. We're seeing that all over the world. And we're seeing it particularly within the Middle East. So, you know, a lot of support from family, friends, institutional level as well for Team Lebanon, for Qatar, and that's really going to bring even more players out of the woodwork. And honestly, sometimes some of them are just gifted. These players will show up out of nowhere, and they might get drafted to the 2K NBA League. You know, they'll represent their nation, and then bam, you got the foundation for a team that might win a championship here at eFIBA Season 1.
Absolutely, and the thing about that, I'm excited to see the different crowns are gonna be moved around, okay? So like you said, it's growing everywhere. It's huge here in Denmark, it's huge all over the States. But the one thing I do love to see is that kids are pursuing their dreams. Now, yeah, granted, it is video games. I mean, and we're watching here on Twitch, and I see people are like, look, actually, someone said about Haas drip, saying it's a horrendous, unfortunately. Like they didn't like the cowboy boots at all. But the one thing I do know is that, have you ever had a dream, do you ever had a dream that you were going for, but you couldn't get?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm tell you right now, because you were a semi-pro basketball player. Let's lean to that. What team were you playing for?
Sydney City Comets in Sydney. You know, and the dream was maybe to play the NBL. My knees were giving out, and you know, so I decided to become a coach instead.
Oh, you were coaching kids?
Yeah.
All right,
Absolutely.
But look, we have another special feature. We have the captain of the Turkey team, which is also a crazy defending champions. Also captain of the Spain team. We have the one and only Tanzu and also Mario Ortega, in which they're trying to explain what their belief is when it comes to achieving the highest rank when it comes to NBA 2K, coming up for you right now.
I am Tansu Aksoy from Turkish national team. I play as a small forward position. I am also the captain of the team.
Can't make it happen. Tanzu over to Kato, and Kato, of course.
We won 2 championships in a row, and this will be our 3rd, hopefully. It will be a proud 3rd tournament for us. It will have some kind of impact on the eSport organization, both in Europe and also in Turkey. I think we will have much more support than normal this year from Federation, hopefully. So it has, it feels honoring. It feels, for us, it feels unique because it's national team. National teams are rare to happen. To be selected and to play in that tournament is like a unique thing.
Hello, I'm Mario Ortega, center for the Spanish national team in FIBA basketball.
Ave Mario 32 here on your screens, and Jesus.
If I told a younger version of myself that I would be here representing my national team and all that, I wouldn't believe it. Because at that time, the scene wasn't developed at all. I was playing for fun. But now being representing my national team is huge for me. As Spanish, I think for the good or for the bad, we are so passionate of anything we do. And I was hosting the training camp for making the last selections on the team. And I saw it there. Like everyone is so passionate. Like everyone is gonna give their 100% all the time. And I think that was make us like different. Like we are gonna give our all the time. When you enter a tournament, you have to go with the mentality of winning it. The main goal is to win, and for me, we are favorites to win like every tournament.
Thank you so much, Turkey and Spain, participating in that great feature. Mario, Tanzu, I can't wait to watch you play. Now, real history, all right? I did a little research, okay? The first FIBA Open, all right? Turkey did not participate, but Spain did in the Europe Conference. Italy took it, but they went against Spain. Do you remember that matchup at all?
Yeah, absolutely. And I remember even then from future FIBA tournaments, 2 million people.
2 million?
Watching the Spanish English game. That was absolutely massive. I couldn't believe it. I went back in and looked at the viewers figure, and because they fed it through Twitter at the time, actually.
Wow.
2 million views, and I kind of fell out of my chair the next morning. I couldn't believe how hyped that was. You know, that was bigger than like real life basketball between Spain and Britain, but you know, obviously Queen Elizabeth Golden Age, the Spanish Armada, a lot of history there, a lot of good blood, a lot of bad blood. They had to play, but it was absolutely awesome.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, my gamers and ballers, we are ready. I know you've been waiting. Thank you so much for your patience. But now we have Lebanon versus Saudi Arabia. Let me see you in the chat. Are you ready for eFIBA Season 1, the first game of the Middle East Conference of Asia? Let's get it popping and let's go.
Here we go. It is going to be Saudi Arabia right here wearing the white unis. Vince, will they be defending their crown and winning the four-peat? And as we can see right there,
absolutely
Lebanon
fantastic.
In the red. I love. So guys, this is Pro Am mode, which is highly customizable when it comes to your avatar and obviously your uniforms as well. And that's why we play this game mode. National pride on the line. Tip-off goes to Saudi Arabia. And here we go. We're underway. Paolo working the open ball and an early three. Wow, Saudi Arabia come out swinging.
Striking out first blood. Again, Saudi Arabia trying to create history when it comes to 4 times champions here in this game in NBA 2K. But I see another comeback right there for Lebanon. A quick 2, which was absolutely beautiful. But I see Saudi Arabia with I love this green and white gear. It's fresh, it's clean, just like that 3.
He was in the car park when he shot that one, Vince. I was looking how far away he was standing. My goodness, I thought he was a substitution getting ready to come in, but no, he's shooting the 3 ball, nails it, and Saudi Arabia showing you their game right there. They're just so patient, really, really battle-tested, this group as well. Obviously going for the 4-peat right here.
Now, I'm just going to say, I think the captain of Lebanon is going to be Ichia 10. I'm just guessing right there because that's one of the dopest names ever. But a great play by Lebanon right now, by Saudi Arabia, sorry. No, Lebanon's right, 6-4, and it's only a 2-point game. Saudi Arabia is trying to show some dominance early by a beautiful pass down low. Great big man move, but off the mark.
And you were asking me earlier on, so we get a quick steal and a quick turnaround. Oh, okay. Big brain play there. People might have been thinking, why did he take a timeout? His momentum was about to carry him for a backcourt violation, even though he just got the steal. Hey, can't take your timeouts with you into the second half. You may as well lose them. Now, avatars play a big role with contested shots in the paint like that in particular, Vince.
Yeah.
So we're seeing there what should be a gimme bucket is actually difficult as we see another 3. It is nothing but 3-pointers so far from Saudi Arabia.
Gotcha, right behind the arc. And again, I got to go to the chat. I'm seeing so many Saudi Arabia flags all over. Let me see the love right there on Twitch. And please follow us all on social media for eFIBA_official. And I also see Lebanon, 8145. Thank you so much. Yaya Z3, thank you so much. And I appreciate you, Lamish 12. And again, Saudi Arabia is coming out firing. But again, only 2-point game because Lebanon is not letting up.
Yeah, that was really patient work there from Lebanon, actually. So a sign of a patient and disciplined team is when you got the offensive board right under the hoop, there's a human nature element where you just want to put the ball back real quick and get the quick 2 points. But no, they kick it out, they reset their offense, they work the 3, and that's why we got a 2-point game.
Understood. Absolutely amazing. And also, DMZ said Saudi Arabia is going to win by 50. That's the prediction on the chat here on Twitch. By 50? Are you kidding me? It's a tie-point game. Where are you getting this?
50's a lot, mate. I don't know if we're going to see a 50-burger point differential between these two teams. Early markers say no, as we see the 4th 3-pointer from Saudi Arabia. It's like they're not even acknowledging the paint at all. Like nothing exists in front of that 3-point line. You love to see it. But look, making the shots here, Lebanon. See that the calm, collected offensive board, kick it out, restart your offense, and then work for that open 3, or, take that nice 2-handed dunk right there.
Can we notice number 15 on Lebanon going up and looking like Zeus from Greek mythology? That avatar is powerful. Loving that borderline, I am a god. But as you just said, everything's behind the arc for Saudi Arabia, reminding me of a Golden Gate team when it comes to the Warriors, because at the end of the day, when you live by the 3, you could die by the 3. But when you got the Splash Bros knocking them down, then that's a very powerful, attribute to have here in NBA 2K.
It truly, truly is, and you're right. Doesn't get the user-friendly roll right there. Rattles out down the other end, boom, another 3. If you're just tuning in, Saudi Arabia have shot 5 3-pointers in a row here. They have not taken any 2-pointers at all whatsoever. It's all 3s for Saudis right here, as we see Lebanon try to work the ball around, work the open 3. I think he probably could have pulled the trigger on that one. Hezi just a tiny bit there. 5 seconds to shoot. Trying to find the open man, 2 seconds to shoot. There's Thor, Odin's son, shooting from the corner. And as again, we see right down the other end, but a missed 3-pointer. So a rare occurrence right there. But he's already activated his Paolo, and early on, the 3s are just raining in here for Team Saudi Arabia.
Awesome right there. Oh, off the mark, but that was a deep Steph Curry 3. So much confidence coming here from the Saudi Arabia team. Again, 18-11, 46 seconds left in the first half. They're showing their dominant strength is behind the arc, but I'm telling you, Lebanon's having a well-balanced game. Couple of shots, way to penetrate to the paint. I'm loving how this game is going to turn out.
Yeah, that's good. Just staying within touching distance. We see a shot from halfway. He turned his back there, Vince.
Oh my goodness.
Cool guys don't look at explosions or three-pointers. Are you freaking kidding me? This is awesome. The 7th three-pointer of the quarter as we see a beautiful two-handed double pump dunk right there.
Can someone get an umbrella? We're gonna see Barbados play in a couple of days, but Ella, it is raining and I'm appreciating it. I'm a shooter myself. I'm just doing a little quiet brag. I was 46% from 3 for 2 games. But hey, I'm still good. I still shoot. You go, Saudi Arabia. Let's see what you can do.
I feel you, Vince. When you're on as we see another one and we see those beautiful green wings above his avatar right there. Man, that is absolutely nuts. We've had 8 three-pointers here in the first quarter alone, Vince. The first quarter alone, 8 threes for Saudi Arabia.
Real quick, we're in Denmark, right? We're not in Amsterdam because there's a certain drink that I can't say on air that makes you see a green fairy. I know I didn't take any sips of that, but I just saw that right now. Yeah. That was a deep, all-confidence 3 from Saudi Arabia. They're showing why they're the #1 team, I think, coming into this beautiful tournament of eFIBA Season 1.
Yeah, absolutely can confirm. Denmark, Copenhagen, that's where the studio is at the moment as we're watching 2 powerhouses from the Middle East region right here go out as we see a massive alley-oop dunk there. Oh my word. Look, if we have time for highlights after this one, I need that alley-oop in the mix. Liz in production, I hope you're listening.
Gotcha. Now, captain right there on the Lebanon team, Shadi Fada, right, also known as Abu Maj. He's 38 years old. Let's see if he's going to lead his team out of this little gutter right now, because that's a 15-point deficit. I don't know if they're going to come back, but beautiful play again by Saudi Arabia, making it even more.
Yeah, look, that is the Saudis really showing that they are versatile in terms of their game plan as well. That was a quick transition bucket. I love it. Not even 3 seconds end to end and they've got a bucket. Really good to see. They'll take those quick points because 17 points at the moment early on here. Lebanon aren't playing that badly at all.
They're not. And you know what? DMZ, how you doing, Finn? You did say a 50-point lead after another 3 with the green wings. I can't deny what your prediction may actually come true. So I will give you that right there. I mean, maybe you know this better than I do, but man, marking your words. Also, shout out to everybody in the chat. G. Hansen, what's going on? How you doing? Yahya, it's no. Saudi is cooking. It is a beautiful steak. It's going medium rare, and it is delicious. Can I please cut it a little bit and get a piece? Because I'm wondering, Lebanon, what are you doing? 35-13. Don't get cold feet on me. I love the jerseys. I love the Santa Claus beard, but please don't get cold.
Keeping the check. We see another big dunk, Vince. So Saudi Arabia well and truly flexing. Yeah, they're running away with this one. Wow, this is getting ugly real quick because the lead is absolutely huge right now. 24 points as they kick it to the corner. Wide open man. Boom, skis right there. Another big 3. 40-13.
Can I comment? That was a transition 3 and also a cross regular chest pass to the open man. Knowing which shooter is on the floor. That is amazing court vision. Understanding the game and getting the most out of it. Beautiful for Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, really good to see right there. Lebanon started incredibly strong within touching distance right there. But Saudi Arabia just pulling away with it. Their shot selection, you just touched upon it. The passing and the shot selection, second to none. And they're able to work it open from nearly half court, Vince.
Wait a minute, am I seeing this right? Is there 4 players activated right now on Saudi Arabia? The only one with the Sharon gun, Uchia, is not, but everyone else is ready to go. The confidence level is insane. 43 points with still 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the second quarter. They're on track of getting 50. They may hit 100 points. Oh my God, I thought that was gonna go down.
Yeah, that nearly went in as well. But look, they're getting hands in the passing lane, stopping Lebanon from getting quick transition buckets, draining another 3. Incredible.
Now, what I'm seeing that they're not going normal 3s. They're going way behind the arc, making sure the defense has no chance of putting any kind of disruption in that shot, which is absolutely insane. The confidence of Saudi Arabia, I give you credit where credit's due. But dang, man, you're just putting that dagger and twisting it every chance you get.
Yeah, this is really impressive to see right there. And they're able to take those deep threes because if you look at Paolo there, he's activated. Not just that, but they're highly skilled. I mean, to everybody sitting at home, the uninitiated, stroking the shot and getting it green from distance, off balance with defenders in your face is really difficult to do. As we see a nice reverse dunk right there, and we see the teams pop up. Uchiha was who we were expecting to really stand up, but it's been all about Paolo early on right here for Saudi Arabia. Over there, Lebanon, well, look, it's hard to pick anyone who's really kind of stood up and said, hey, look at me, but let's see what the second half has in order.
And Chia right there, you see on the left, he's trying to do the best he can, but on the right, Saudi Arabia, Abdul Much, don't have a picture of him. He's on the first. That's the captain, and he's definitely showing why he's the captain. But I'm telling you, these threes are insane. And this is a crazy grudge match because, to my knowledge, the first time these people played here was in the first Open. Then they played again and again, and the last time, it was also a championship match. So I'm telling you, Lebanon wants to stick it to the Saudi Arabian team.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, Saudi Arabia are out here 3-time champions already. We're in eFIBA Season 1, the new format. It's very, very cool as we're in the bonus right now. So Abu Majid is going to go to the line. I guess clanks that one. A little bit of a brick. We're building a house here, mate. 2 clanks in a row. Put that as he pulls up for a 3, though. I'm at a loss. Miss 2 free throws, make it 3. You do you, mate. That's absolutely awesome there. He's probably been the standout player for Lebanon, but slim pickings.
Slim pickings, but I'm telling you, but every player I can see can absolutely do their job correctly, which is rain those threes. And I give it to Chia. Chia's been great on the boards, a great 2-pointer. Foot was on the line, didn't get that 3. I know they're mad, but look, W. Paolo right there, 21 points, 8 for 15 field goals, 5 for 11 behind the arc, almost 50%, which is crazy. Actually, that's over 50%. What am I talking about?
Yeah, he's doing incredibly well as Paolo. It doesn't even feel like he's missed that many. Look at this, 65% three-point shooting percentage right there, Vince. That is just off the charts. That's championship level shooting right there.
Championship right now. Ribal right there, showing right here. Amazing. Now look at the point right there. I'm Nazar, 24 points, leading the pack. I mean, man, they know how to shoot. They know how to be very productive. This game is a high-scoring game, and Saudi Arabia is trying to make a statement.
Yeah, they really are trying to make a statement. This is our 20 is what they're saying. They're saying you won our crown. Good luck. You know, get a ticket, get in line as they work the ball up for another nice dunk. Good hustle there from Odinson right there. But honestly, they're just being blown away at the moment, Lebanon. Good defense again here from Saudi Arabia. He pulls it out for the 3. Goodness gracious, man.
My God, confidence. The man has a sniper. My Call of Duty fans, Car 98. This ZRG is ready to go. This man got bullets and he ain't afraid to show it. But great dunk right there. Again, shout out to everyone that's watching us on Twitch. I see some new people coming in. DHX Heb, thank you so much for coming here. Hers 1234 saying everything's good. People are still asking for J-Mac. I'm sorry, J-Mac's not here. But please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at eFIBA_official.
Odinson with another nice 3 there. So Majd has been like the standout player for Lebanon, definitely. Yeah, guys, unfortunately, as they used to say about Elvis, J-Mac has left the building. He's gone for today, guys. But you'll see him again on the finals. You know, Tuesday, Wednesday final show. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got a fun 6 days here in Copenhagen, eFIBA Season 1, as we see another beautiful deep 3-pointer here. Saudi Arabia, just all class, it has to be said, Vince.
I'm Nasser is going for the MVP of this game. He's already in double digits, over 20 points. He has barely missed. I want to see the percentage of the shots by the end of the game because, I mean, he may be taking some enhancements. He's not be losing a legend player. He can't be using a legend player. I hope he's not, because that's like a Larry Bird player right there.
Yeah, he certainly is playing like one of the all-time greats out there. But Paolo, for me, has been incredibly impressive as well. Look at the way he's working his open shots. It's a nice rebound and put back there from Uchiha. Captain's moment. Just, you know, okay, guys, steady the ship. Let's get another easy 2. But Paolo, for me, has definitely just been a demon out there. Mo Fatale says, okay, you leave me open, I'm going to take it. Big man missed 3.
And big man missed 3, but big man got rebound. Uchiha 10 with the siren gun actually made one of those layups, but as you see, answering back Lebanon, they're not going anywhere. I mean, 27 to 65, almost a 30-point game. I mean, if they get a stop here, I don't know what's going to happen, because that's a damage to your confidence. As you ever heard, Emotional damage right there. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely going to rock you quite a little bit. And what's interesting here is it will be Lebanon coming straight up against Qatar in the very next game. So they've got to kind of like flush this out of their system. It's safe to say they've probably lost this one, barring something truly epic here with 2.5 left in the third quarter. They've got to just turn around and put on a really good game against Qatar.
After that 3, that's basically salt in the wound. And okay, Mr. Fen DMZ, you said 50. I did not believe you, but now I have confidence in you. And like I said, we're live. I mean, it's no say, this is an elite performance by Saudi Arabia. Unfortunately, Lebanon doesn't have that competitiveness. It could just be an off game. Everyone has an off day. But as you know, this is that Robin kind of way thing if you're doing that play every single one. So you're playing each team at least one time, finding out if you can score more points. They're not out yet because this is the only first game of the Middle East Asia qualifiers.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going home just yet. However, I love this format. I love the eFIBA Season 1 format. Round robin is great. I really like the way the regions are broken up as well. As we see a rare miss there from Paolo. It just puts so much pressure. It's great for us in the commentary booth. It's great for the viewer, you know, but a lot of pressure on these poor players out there representing their nation. Pressure on, trying to do their best as we see yet another three-pointer. Goodness gracious me, this is it's been a clinic.
Now, Chris, you played NBA 2K. Now, how hard is it to make consecutive threes back to back to back with that PS5 controller?
Yeah, mate, it's very difficult. So, you know, we call it stroking a green right there. Super difficult to do. I am not very good at it. You know, I can't make back-to-back free throws, let alone three-pointers. So they're playing at an absolutely insanely high level here, out of their minds, talented players. But not just that. It's just like real-life basketball as we see the two teams here. They've got tactics that they need to employ. So again, Paolo on your left there has just been dominant for Saudi Arabia. And probably it has to be said, we don't have his photo there, but Abu Majd, Odin's son, as you called him there. It looks like Odin. That's been the standout player for Lebanon. They've definitely got building blocks, without a doubt. But you see an air ball? A rare air ball there. That's what it looks like when I try to shoot threes in 2K, mate.
I just saw Lebanon's there, but we see we got the captains there. There's smiles on the faces. It's just showing now they're just having fun. All right, they see the score, but they know they're not done. And I can't wait to see what they're going to say in the interview, which is going to be fantastic. But I do know 74-31, 58 seconds left in the third. It's safe to say, and I don't like to do predictions because I'm not a mind reader. I'm not a fortune teller. But Saudi Arabia looks like he's going to take this game.
Yeah, I'd say that's a safe call at this stage, Vince. Look, the commentator's job in a blowout, which is what this is now, you know, calling a shovel, as we say in Australia, right? Calling a wombat. This is a wombat. It's a blowout, mate, you know, and it happens. What's going to be interesting, though, and the narrative it creates for me that I find, like, super interesting is both a former athlete, but also an e-athlete from that perspective, is how do you wash this out of your brain and then go on and play against Qatar, who've just got to be sitting there going, oh, it's on.
Well, that's another thing. You could watch out your brain, but then now you're going in hungry and you're going in with a chip in your shoulder, okay? There's somebody I know that you'll never want to mess with. There's two different kinds of people. There's a man that has everything to use for material, and there's a man that has nothing to lose. And I kid you not, Lebanon will have nothing to lose. I'm kidding you not. They're going to go out as much as they can against Qatar. They may even try to duplicate Saudi Arabia's tactic and just start bombing threes to get that lead to make sure they can secure their slot when it comes to points.
Well, I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right for Lebanon's sake right there. We know these are proud players. Obviously, national pride is on the line. They're wearing the digital jerseys. The family's watching. There's tens of thousands, as you've heard, potentially millions of viewers watching as well. It does mean a lot to them. Shout out to the basketball federations of all these nations for organizing the participation, and FIBA, obviously the governing body as well. This means a lot to the viewers, to the players. You're right. They've got nothing to lose by coming out, as we see a nice three-pointer worked right there, and giving a little bit more of that. Maybe just finishing strong.
Can we talk about Achia real quick and start? He has 18 rebounds. 18 rebounds. This is what I'm looking at certain teams when people play their role. Because as you know, we have point guard, we have shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. When you're able to play with 4 other guys and they know how to work the basketball, use their particular position to the highest level, that's when you have magic and that's when you create chemistry. And I can see right now, it was off the mark, but that's how they're up by almost 40 points.
Yeah, you're spot on, man. And look, right now I think it's important to see 2 things. 1, can Saudi Arabia finish strong?
Yeah.
But also 2, can Lebanon find a tactic against an awesome opponent that is actually going to work for them, they can take into Qatar and to that game? So that's what we're looking out for here in the 4th quarter. So some people might be watching, okay, blowout. There's always something to watch for. And in particular, we could see them go on a little bit of a rally here, Lebanon, that might carry into that Qatar game.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Now, if I was Lebanon, and I'm just going to give some advice, score as many punches as you can. As you said, that round-robin format, you just got to make sure that you can have someone secure to go into the finals. Because, again, this is just the qualifiers for Asia 2023. And I want to shout out to my people that are still going crazy on Twitch. I really appreciate it. We got A Boo, I'm just going to say that, I can't do the last part, 10, King of Asia saying that Saudi Arabia, and also Claw VT is saying what the man DMZ said, 50-point win.
Well, it's right now it's at 49 points, so he's not far.
It's not far. Oh man, we're going to Vegas, okay? How did you guess this so fast? DMZ, are you still in the chat? Because wow, how did you know?
Rain Man, he just looks and he knows, man. You know, it's it. Really, really good effort, though, it has to be said here from Saudi Arabia. Pushing towards that hundo. But, you know, that'll be in the back of Lebanon's mind here. Let's not let these guys get 100 points on us.
Exactly.
And that'll be at the front of Saudi Arabia's mind as well, which is like, let's get the hundo.
Yeah, it's going to get the hundo, and I want to know right now, what is going through Lebanon's mind? I mean, you have this huge deficit, and I don't know if they're going to, I mean, they're not going to come back. But again, transitioning to the next game. Are they going to have a short memory? I played basketball my whole life. Short memory is key. Forget the loss, worry about the next game, the next step in the next play, and we're going to see the maturity.
Yeah, fingers crossed, man. It's so difficult to overcome, but we'll see what happens as Paolo working it into the paint. Contested shot. Uchia trying to put it back here, but actually Lebanon with a good bit of defense, but a quick pass and another turnover.
Yeah, another turnover, and I'm telling you, still confidence. Great under the basket, beautiful too. I'm telling you, this looks like a 100-point game because we still got a little more than 3 minutes left in the 4th.
Yeah, here we go. Now Lebanon, again, just getting a little loosey-goosey with their passes right here, it has to be said. Pull-up shot there from Saudi. Missed the first one, missed the second one. 2 offensive boards in a row. A contested shot, though. Block foul. It's going to be big man, shoot free throw.
Big man, shoot free throw, but can you score? All right. Khalid VT, man, the green is everywhere. The wings are showing that they are activated. He's locking down. Them archetypes are insane. You only got 1 person activated, but Lebanon, don't give up so fast. We still got another round of game for you. But man, I gotta admit, Saudi Arabia, you're showing that you're putting in that work.
Yeah, they really are. And this is the best possible outcome for them as we see another 3-pointer right there. You know, to come out and just fire on all cylinders. Do you want to know the scary thing, Vince? Saudi Arabia have actually missed quite a few 3-pointers. By their own high standards. And they're up 94-37 against a very decent team in Lebanon. So as we see another 3 go in there, they're up by 60 at the moment, and they, as far as I'm concerned, didn't reach their full potential, if that's even believable.
My God. IA Boo, and also the Devil Tomato, dope gamer tag right there, saying make it 100, guys, make it 100. DMZ, your prediction was right. I wasn't believing you, but man, I can't turn it down. 100-37. Wow.
Yeah, it's ugly, man. It's like, don't let the children watch, right? Oh, a nice and 1 right there. That was good from Odin's son, from Abu Majd. He's actually been, you know, the highlight, a bright spark right here for Lebanon as he gets the free throw to drop as well. It's an even 60-point lead right now for Saudi Arabia, 140 left. This is the Middle East region of the Asia Conference, right? And honestly, it looks as though Saudi Arabia's crown is safe for now. We got to see what Qatar can come out and do, though.
I mean, this is reminding me of some kind of anime. I love this one anime. I love Kuroko no Basketball. You know, Almine, Kuroko, Kagami. If you any of my anime fans, let me see in the chat. But this is one of the things that you just abuse your opponent, but then find a way to have some kind of nobility by still shooting the three to showing, hey, you came in our house, all right? You want to play us? We're going to show you why we're the #1 team ever.
Oh, my word, absolutely. And 22 rebounds now, that's kind of crazy. As we see a huge dunk at the other end there for Saudi Arabia. Really, this is relentless.
Relentless. They're
non-stop.
not taking that pedal off the gas. Like, it is crazy. Again, we got 3 players activated on Saudi Arabia, less than a minute left. I mean, insane. Right now, I'm seeing that they're trying their best, I guess, just to make sure they get as much points as they can. People in the chat here on Twitch are just saying 100 points, 100 points. Lad, do we expect, Lebanon to be good? But I do. I still think they're going to be great coming into this next game against Qatar. But we don't know how Qatar is going to react, because I do know Qatar has some ballers on there and going to represent their country right. Beautiful 3 behind the arc. Oh my God, nothing but net. They're still piling on. 1-1-1, make a wish, because that's a magical number.
Yeah, that was beautiful as well. Final 20 seconds here. Lebanon just playing for pride at this stage, trying to find something they can work with. Another open 3 for Saudi Arabia. You know, just cherry picking the 3-pointers. 4 of their players were down the field. They look like they only have 1 man playing offense right there, defense, I should say. Here they go. Look, they're not even all of them getting back as they drop in even more points.
Goodness, they're not even letting the game go out. That's how you know this is a rivalry. Woo! This right here is enemies, okay? This right here is Boston versus LA.
Oh.
All right? This is what you're talking about. Things that's gonna hurt for the rest of your days.
Vince, they just took a timeout so they could get the inbound in Lebanon's half of the court so they can get one final 3. Are you kidding me? They miss, okay, but wow.
Did you see what Lebanon was doing with their characters? They're doing the belly dive, like, why? I don't know. Why? No. Okay, look, it was entertaining, but we also saw why Saudi Arabia is #1. The captains are there. They're talking to their teams like, hey, what went wrong? What we're going to do next time? But we still got a game right after this.
Yeah, we do. I mean, that was pretty brutal at the end right there. They were going for the 120. I guess they just wanted the even number. I don't know, man. Maybe they're a little OCD. But my goodness, Lebanon just got absolutely destroyed by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Our big narrative coming in, Saudi going for a 4-peat here. Can they win 4 tournaments in a row? So far, the answer seems to be yes, unless we see something magical from Qatar here in their first game against Lebanon. Mate, the Saudi crown is safe.
Now, they don't get a breath, because we're going right to the next game in the Middle East qualifiers, in which Qatar is going against Lebanon. Let's look at the lineup right now. Now, this lineup above, I know you're going to take it.
Yeah, here we go. So Qatar, the images just dropped out for now, but anyway, Amin, Uzi got the strap, okay, Toxic, Sad, and Amin. Now, from previous tournaments, to let you know, Uzi and Sad SMS, these are 2 players to watch out for, viewers at home, okay? I wish we had their pictures there, but you're about to see, a highly competitive Qatar team.
Uzi got the strap. That means he got that trigger. But right here, we're coming back with Lebanon. I mean, Captain Abdul Majid, Shadi Farj, I mean, we're going to watch out for you one more time. I mean, I just want them to come together. This is, as a captain, you got to rally your troops. You have to say, all right, look, we lost the game. Cool, whatever. We're on to the next. This is just the qualifiers. This wasn't the championship. We still have a chance to go to the finals and take it home and make sure this grudge match comes on our side.
Yeah, big time. And look, Abu Maj there was actually a standout player, I have to be said. If there can be a standout in a blowout of biblical proportions that we just saw, Maj did not give up. Odin's son, he looks like Odin. Looks like old Thor out there. His avatar looking very cool. Look, he dropped the hammer a couple of times, didn't he? So looking pretty good. Qatar, though, mate, Uzi, man, he really knows how to stroke the deep ball. If he's coming back to this tournament with the same avatar, we believe he is, as previous tournaments, this is about to get very, very exciting, electrifying NBA2K is coming our way.
Okay, now I want to see the full standing of right now what's going on in the Middle East. As you see, Saudi Arabia plus 70 points. Have you ever seen that kind of deficit in a FIBA kind of tournament like this?
Honestly, at this level, no. We've seen a couple of newcomer nations maybe go up against a powerhouse and get blown out, certainly. Quite often off air, maybe in qualifiers. But no, for Lebanon to get done like that, with the world watching, that was rough. It has to be said. And let's bear in mind, okay, that after 2 wins, the Philippines had a plus 70 ratio. So the fact that we've seen Saudi Arabia just go in and win by 70 in one game. My God, that was absolutely insane. They had 8 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Which was crazy, and that's confidence right there. But you're telling me about this guy, Uzi got the strap. If he can shoot, then we're going to see. Now, that's one player. But is he going to be like a Saudi Arabia-ish in which all he's going to do is live and die by the 3?
Potentially. I mean, he really knows how to tote the rock. This guy has a great handle. You're going to see him. Ball distribution is something he's, I guess, responsible for as well on the team. A little bit like Fuego that we saw earlier as well. You know, dishing the rock. And also, though, going to be taking those threes 100%. He's the type of player that'll come out and shoot from half court, you know, similar to the way we just saw the Saudis go out and do it. Expect more of the same in this one. And then, you know, it's going to be Qatar versus Saudi Arabia after this game. Lebanon have a chance, though, to upset the apple cart right here.
Absolutely. Now, we had a crazy entertaining game because it was just raining threes, and we got some highlights for it. Looking at Saudi Arabia, again, 0-0, starting from off the back, crossover right there to the corner. Bam! From the elbow 3. Beautiful stroke right there on the beautiful dual action log on PS5. And then again, deep Steph Curry 3, back to back. It was insane. Now, I also noticed with Saudi Arabia, anytime they had a fast break opportunity, they would either come back and pass it for the 3, or when they just bring up the ball, they're just trying their best chance to drop down the high scoring percentage up behind the arc, which is crazy. It was like a layup for them, Chris.
Yeah, just look at the, I mean, obviously we're morphing forward here. The score just kept going up, and up.
Absolutely insane, and I'm telling you, this next game is not going to disappoint because, as we know, Lebanon has a chip on their shoulder, all right? Now they're trying to show the world. I'm going to the chat right now here on Twitch. People are asking, is there a prize pool for any winners? No prize pool for any winners. We'll explain the winners later when it comes to Tuesday and Wednesday to make sure everything is copacetic because we're going to make sure we have the correct information, but I do know for a fact there's no prize pool. Now, this would be sweet, and I know it would be sweet to see Middle East, South Asia. That would be great. Now, we would love to mix those regions, but one more time, Chris, explain why we have broken it up in these 4 different regions.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, it's an online tournament, okay? So it makes a ton of sense that geographically we need to split these teams into regions so that the latency isn't too high and doesn't favor one team over the other. The analogy I always like to use is if the USA decided to play Australia, well, whoever was hosting would have a good time and whoever was the guest on that connection would not have a great time. So for you, the viewer, we want to make sure we have low latency, you know, really high octane performances from these teams. However, who knows what the future may hold, Vince? We may see arena tournaments at some stage. And I know you and I want to head to the Philippines because it looked pretty awesome in their stadium right there. That being said, though, very, very cool that all of these national basketball federations are putting together e-athletes and putting together national teams. And the prize pool question, well, first and foremost, guys, they're representing their countries. I mean, that's number one. The reason you go to the Olympics to try to win gold, you know, is to represent the country. That's what all these young men are doing out there.
Exactly. All right. And also with that, I see people right here on Twitch saying that, can we bet? And again, you can't bet officially, but sometimes you could use bits within Twitch. You know, you get some points on it. So I'm going to talk to our producer, see if we could do that. But we can't bet anything real. No real money. And also keep on track of the polls. We want to make sure all y'all are still involved. I'm noticing right now, okay, we're doing a great job. You know, one back and forth. We're just trying to make sure that the representation is clear. This right here is a national competition. We're trying to get eFIBA out to the world so everybody knows that any country can participate. We have 30 nations representing themselves in these 4 different regions, but again, 2 of them are split into 2, the Asia and Americas, and I'm so proud to be a part of this project.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, Vince. It has to be said. And, you know, we met for the first time IRL this week. It was really, really cool to hang out, meet the entire production team here as we see the production and the work that's going in from our team and these teams. Saudi Arabia taking it home. My goodness, plus 70-point differential there. And they were shooting for that plus 73. They were shooting that final three with the inbound play at the end, trying to milk the points. And now we've got Qatar coming up against Lebanon. Lebanon playing back-to-back. They just got blown out. Psychologically, how do you rebound from that? What's your experience? For anyone that missed, you gave a great story a little earlier on.
Oh, man, my experience when it comes to back-to-back games is that you have to forget it, all right? You got to forget and move on. It's on to the next game, on to the next play. It's called having a short memory, all right? All my coaches throughout my whole life, I know my family always said, look, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some, all right? That's the way of the game. If you win everything, then you'll never appreciate the actual winning. But if you lose everything, then you're just going to work harder. And that's what you do. But when it comes to this, you're going to have those bad losses. You're going to have off days. You're going to have them games you're like, oh, I want to quit. But the main thing is not quitting. Again, old quote, fall 7 times, get up 8, you just got to get up again.
You know what they got to do? They got to delete their cookie cache. There you go. Delete browser history. Move on. Fresh start, guys. You know, but they're on Mozilla. Uninstall, install Chrome, on to the next game.
Restart.
What's going on here? Yeah. But no, honestly, I think you're dead right. You've got to have a short-term memory. And having a look at the matchup screen right now, we're going to see the brave warriors for these countries who are going to be taking on the national pride, wearing those digital jerseys, Vince. We're about to see them. But yeah, short-term memory, get rid of it, move on to the next game, because the way the format is set up, round robin, if you lose one, you might be going home. If you lose two, you're definitely going home.
Gotcha. Let's see the matchup for Qatar and Lebanon. Make sure we know who these players are, because the one thing I do know, you got to watch out for some of these crazy sharpshooters. And you know what? As you just talked about fun, I want you to say one more time, we got some faces now.
Yeah.
Who are we watching?
Yeah, listen, Uzi got strapped, mate. The baby-faced assassin. Look at him there. So unassuming. Do not let looks deceive you. That is a wolf in sheep's clothing right there. Uzi got strap is about to blow the world away with his performance. I'm calling it right now. Sad is, if I'm not mistaken, he's their big man, so he'll be chewing up the glass there. But yeah, Abu Maj, again, from Lebanon, are we thinking that's probably their best chance?
Yes, I mean, Abu Maj has to make sure, as I say again, rally his troops. Make sure you can come together and say, look, we can do this. We're here for a reason. We're here to represent our country. We're here to make sure that the world knows that we can play this game of NBA 2K to our highest ability, okay? So I can't wait, but we got the game going on right now. I want to see people in the chat. We have the captains of Qatar, the captain of Lebanon right there on the screen. As you see, Qatar looking swanky, a beautiful setup like the Philippines, and the one and only, the boss from Lebanon, looking fantastic. The beard is strong, bro. The beard is strong. So let's get it popping, because the players are in a virtual tunnel, and it's time to get to the next game here in the Middle East Asia qualifiers.
Absolutely, mate. Look at that setup as well, though. I mean, right now, Qatar and the Philippines going at it in terms of literally the setup and the team setup. I love that they're all in the same room there. You know, the coaches will be in the background, the tactics, everybody, the statisticians. The dietitians, yeah, I mean, come on, nutritionists, they're going to be in there as well. All of them getting a good night's sleep and some good grub. It's important.
Absolutely. Now, here's the thing. Look at up the different arenas they have when it comes to the background. I played in some of these gyms. As you see, the light is a little bit higher, and that's on purpose, because in this Pro Am mode, you can customize your arena to any way you want. This is feeling more like a college basketball, court, which is fantastic. And sometimes that light can be off-site, and even playing NBA 2K.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we go. Early on in this one, we've got Qatar and Lebanon going at it. It's a bit cagey right away, though, right?
Yeah.
But okay, you can see, Qatar there working the ball out. They're actually gonna. Oh, what do we get? Backcourt violation.
Back watching a regular NBA game with these talented players.
And just to let everybody know, Lebanon in the light jerseys here, so the white-looking jerseys, and Qatar wearing, the maroon, as we would call it in Australia, the wine kind of red jerseys there with the ball right now.
Qatar again in red, Lebanon white, and let you know, as we said, this is an e-sport event. Everything is through the metaverse. It's basically internet, so things will get delayed. Some things will just be paused, but there's nothing you can do about it. It is life. But as we're going so much in this technological age, these are the prices we have to pay for our advancement. But we still get to enjoy it. We're still watching the game with the beautiful 3 behind the arc from the one and only Qatar.
There you go, the captains of both teams on camera, but we're able to see that Qatar have the full team together as well. So they're definitely got a great setup. See a beautiful drive and finger roll right there from Lebanon. That was something that was missing from their game against Saudi Arabia, something they'll be looking to really take advantage of, as they now have a 1-point lead early on here against Qatar.
Right now, Ray is the captain right there in Saudi Arabia, and I'm seeing right now everyone is going crazy. Ray was actually did a promotion for the other one, but Qatar and Lebanon has an amazing establishment, and I love the way Qatar looks when it comes to that fantastic background and their gamers. But I just want to shout out to Block Out of Here. Ray is the best. You know, I'm seeing you. That's awesome. Again, everyone, keeps going on in the chat. We love the support. We appreciate your patience, and also follow us on all social media when it comes to Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and also if you find us on Facebook at eFIBA_official.
Absolutely. Love to get chat involved. Good on you guys and good on your events there. And look, Lebanon, though, at the moment, up 6-3. They are being patient. They're taking their high percentage shots. They got an early lead right here. Qatar playing just... yeah, man, a little bit cagey, a little bit nervous looking, I would have to say. I mean, I haven't seen Uzi take the rock and just take over yet.
I think I would use timid. Timid because, I mean, they're coming in after a little bit of a wait, but again, Lebanon just took that crazy loss. So maybe they be coming in saying, hey, you know what, maybe they're not that good. Maybe I could just ease up a little bit. But that's that mental game when it comes to any kind of physical sport or any sport you're playing outside of the arena and inside, you know, the internet. You gotta be able to play no matter what. And I think timid is it because they're thinking they're not much of a challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. And,
oh my goodness gracious! We need a replay. What was that? Oh, I'm so sorry. That was like a Vince Carter, you know, straight up dunk competition dunk. I need a replay for that.
Yeah, that was awesome right there. With authority as we get one back at the other end.
Oh my goodness. Oh, son is ready to go.
Lebanon, anything you can do, I can do better. Here's a baseline drive, two-handed dunk from Odin's son, aka Abu Maj right here. But what's interesting, the player that has not shown up at all at the moment has been Uzi.
Uzi, I mean, maybe he just is saving his bullets, all right? He's saving it for the right time. Sometimes you can be like a J.R. Smith, miss every shot, but then make the game winner. Which reason why I was like, how do man do that all the time? Oh, great fast break.
Yeah.
Instant transmission went to instant transition. My DBZ fans, I know you know what I'm talking about. Goku, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was really nice. Quick transition bucket. 2 missed free throws. Oof. But here we go, trying to work some high percentage points. Sad with the putback. Yeah, that's money for him all day. Tight, cagey affair. I would agree with your assessment. A potential timid kind of Qatar right here. But Lebanon, they know it's kind of winning in. So like everything to play for, nothing to lose. Nice 2-point dunk right there. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far.
I mean, we already know that Saudi Arabia right now is the #1 in this conference, all right? They had a dominant win being up 70 points. So I do believe Lebanon is trying to make a statement here, okay? They're going to try and win by a lot, but almost a beautiful rockabye baby on the treetop dunk. Ooh. And then this man from Lebanon says, oh, you tried that? I'm going to try and show you out. They're doing some sellies. Let's go, Lebanon.
Oh, the reverse windmill there. That was pretty right there. They have not disappointed the crowd so far in this one. Oh, we're already in the bonus. Wow, that kind of snuck up right there. Qatar with a chance to miss some more free throws. What's going on? Big man, missed free throw. What is going on? They're 0-4 from the line right there.
As you saw right there, the camera's shaking, the nerves are coming in, the crowd on their side, and then off the mark, beautiful offensive rebound, hit into the corner, nothing but the bottom net. As soon as I saw it release, I knew that was good.
Wow, that was really pretty and great offensive board and good contested shot right there. getting the board there. I'm really impressed with this performance so far from Lebanon. They got a 10-point lead over Qatar after just getting thumped by Saudi Arabia. They have bounced back. They've had a short-term memory. This is what we wanted to see, Vince.
I warned you. I'm telling you, when you have a man who has nothing to lose, that's a very scary person. Because as you see, they're saying we have to make a statement, all right? What's going to happen if we lose again? We are out. So let's play. Let's go all to the wall. Don't leave anything on that court because I'm trying to get to the finals.
Yeah, this is really impressive stuff. Can Mizzo... Mate, they've missed 5 free throws now, Vince. This is getting ugly at the free throw line. That's 0 of 6. They've left 6 points out there. That would literally be 13-17. And again, their transition defense is just non-existent, which means Lebanon has scored back-to-back three-pointers, and all of a sudden they're up 13 here, as we probably got the last possession right here of the first quarter.
Oh, no, I think we got one more here, but then they're going for the ball. Great dive, but Lebanon gets the possession, cross all the way to the corner, going straight to the cup, reverse play, great body control, or when I say controller control, to try and get that reverse layup for that contested layup.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard sometimes to remember we're actually watching 2K and not real basketball, as we have yet to see a free throw be made in this game. But a nice put-back dunk with authority, and it's a 15-point lead here. Final few seconds of the first quarter between Lebanon and Qatar, and so far, it's all Lebanon. Vince, this has been really, really impressive.
All Lebanon, as I said before, there's something on their shoulder and it's called a chip, and they're replacing it with those wings. They're gonna be shooting that three. They're gonna go to the hole. They're trying to prove to the world, with so many people watching from every part of every continent, that we can ball, and eFIBA made the right choice to put us in this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely, mate, as we see the third consecutive three-pointer right there from Lebanon in the corner. Yeah, they might want to talk tactic and shut that down pretty quick.
Exactly. Right now, I'm seeing Qatar coming back kind of sluggish. They weren't back in time. Great offensive board by Lebanon. Open quarter three. Oh, my God. It's the Lakers right there. That's a LeBron shot right there.
Yeah, 4 threes in a row here for Lebanon. That is absolutely massive stuff. Massive stuff there. To drain 4 in a row, 4 unanswered threes, that's pretty massive.
Absolutely. Now 28-7, kind of reversal, a flagrant foul. Lebanon proving that they have some ice in their veins. They're down with the pressure and they're about to take it out from the side, going into their amazing offense, which I'm seeing right here. Point guard setting it up. We got one person in the corner right now in the post. Don't get to 3 seconds. Pass to the court. A good shot. Pass back out with the confidence. There to Odinson. Great layup.
Yeah, that was pretty right there. He was just playing with them too, toying with the 2 defenders that were on him. I thought they were going to pass and find the open man as we get another baseline dunk. He's either dunking it or stroking it from 3. He really is a dual threat right now.
The captain of Lebanon is trying to prove himself right, that he knows how to control his troops. I said it, and I said it in the beginning, that if he's able to do that, he'll be able to take the win, and he's showing by example with great passing transition, scoring to 35-7.
Yeah, so Qatar have now not scored in over 3 minutes. So it's getting really, really desperate right here. They need to work the ball around, find their open man. But this defense from Lebanon is just so sticky right now, Vince.
Now, as again, we were talking about how J-Mac from the Philippines wasn't on the screen and people are still shouting out. We got to shout out one more time from Black out there. I see you love Ryan. I know Ryan had that great feature, but you know what? He's not here right now, but he's coming back. Don't worry about it. But shout out to Ryan from the Saudi Arabia, the manager of the Saudi Arabian team. And thank you guys so much here. They're on Twitch. And again, I'm going to say it one more time. Follow us on all social media platforms. Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and baby, it is eFIBA_official. Thank you very much.
Really, really great stuff here from Lebanon yet again, as we see our first bucket in nearly a quarter of basketball for Qatar.
Exactly.
So Lebanon pouring in the points, pouring them in at one end, and defensively doing a fantastic job as well. Really, really impressive stuff, it has to be said. And now, you know what, they can play the clock game. They can play the patient game and work for their open shots just like that and not panic as he goes and draws a foul. Big man, shoot free throw.
Big man shoot free throws, big man shooting well free throws, which is absolutely amazing. And right now we got 2:30 left in the second. 39-9. Oh my goodness. They're definitely taking a page at Saudi Arabia's book.
Yeah, this is like just a really psychologically brilliant performance, it has to be said, from Lebanon as well. So they found themselves getting beaten by 70 points. You know, 70 points victors, the Saudi Arabia team were. That was absolutely crazy. And now they're coming out here, washing it away, Vince, like you said, short-term memory, as we see the lineups here, and they're performing brilliantly. Uzi just hasn't shown up at all in this one, which really, really shocks me. Abu Maj there, top right corner.
Yes.
Has been phenomenal for Lebanon.
Abu Maj is taking up that leadership role. He is the captain of Lebanon. And again, that was probably the announcer's curse. But again, offensive rebound, that looks good. Oh, off the mark. I thought that would definitely go down. But I have to admit, this is absolutely beautiful to watch. Lebanon rallying, coming back, saying, we're here to play.
Yeah, and we got about 1:30 left here in the second quarter. An uncharacteristic miss, it has to be said. Right there, as we see a beautiful drive and dunk, though. So, yeah, maybe time to just pour in some two-pointers, you know, if you're not hitting those threes quite right, Lebanon. Just keep adding as we get full court pressure yet again. A little trap turnover right there. Working the ball to the open man. Boom, another three. Phenomenal stuff here. Lebanon just pulling away even more bit by bit here. Qatar find themselves down big as they get a nice transition bucket. 45-13, still 1 minute left in the second. It's a huge mountain to climb for Qatar in this one.
Absolutely, but Qatar is not giving up. I mean, that is a deficit that is hard to watch. 56 seconds left in the second. Is Lebanon on his way making 100 points? I think they're trying to score 100 points to Saudi Arabia. Like, hey, that was a fluke. We just had a bad day. Our best player had a stomach flu. He had some bad shawarma. So now we're coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah, absolutely. 1995 All Blacks, right? A little bit of a tummy flu before the game. Who knows? Maybe, mate. Look, bottom line is if they can get a massive point differential here, you know, then they might be able to take the top of the group, which will assist them, if I'm not mistaken, with the connection for the final. But 70-point differential? I mean, it's possible, I guess. What are they up here? Like 34 in the first half. Not quite finished right here. Final 30 seconds. That's something to watch for. You're absolutely right. As we see the standings, they would be trying to claw back right now and kind of double that, so at least they're break even.
Gotcha. You see the standings right there. 70 points plus, as you see. The beautiful Lebanon in second, -36, and also going up to Qatar at -34. But the game is not over. Beautiful three from the corner. I mean, this is fantastic. Qatar's still trying to come back, but Lebanon is about to do the same thing, almost, but under the score. That was an and one.
Really nice effort to finish out the half with a quick bucket right there. 0.7 to shoot. I don't even know if that's enough time to catch and shoot. Won't count. A very, very dominant first half here from Lebanon. They have bounced back brilliantly after getting slaughtered by the Saudi Arabia national team there in game number one. And now it's Qatar who find themselves with this absolute mountain to climb in the second half, Vince.
I mean, but look at this. Our rebound 24 right now has 49 points. 49 points. Are you kidding me? He's about to break 50. Are you Trae Young, man? I see what you're trying to do. Are you Giannis Antetokounmpo? I'm seeing you balling. I'm loving it. Keep going. Let's get to the finals.
Yeah, really, really great effort. Again, they're so patient here. Get the offensive rebound, kick it out, play your game, wait for that open three. Knock it in.
Great three. I'm telling you, now the chemistry is here, okay? They're not going to stop. Lebanon, again, learned the lesson from the first game. I see you, DMZ. You're back in there. You're saying, I'm going to get graded? I mean, am I going to get an A+, a B+? I don't know what that means, but thank you, I think. But I do know is that Lebanon is now making the statement going into the third, 15 seconds and about 4 minutes and 45 left. They're trying to score 100 points. I'm putting money. They're trying to score 100 to make sure they show that they can ball with this great fast break off the backboard. We need a replay, baby. Let me get another one.
The alley-oop to yourself. When you got no friends, you alley-oop to yourself. I mean, there you go. He's got plenty of friends. We see another posterizing dunk at the other end. Okay, end-to-end dunks. All of a sudden, the life is back in this game as neither of these teams going quietly into the night. This is their Independence Day moment right here. and they are really, really trying to give us a show. I'm grateful for this, Vince.
And the show is here. Captains, Mohammed right there from Qatar, and then Abdu from Lebanon. Now, I do know is this. Qatar's also going to have that chip on their shoulder because they do have one more game for today. And that's going to be against Saudi Arabia, which they just saw blow out Lebanon. So I'm really interested to see because we don't know what's going to happen because we're not fortune tellers.
Ooh, they went for the alley-oop there. And yeah, you're spot on. Now it's going to be Qatar's turn, playing back-to-back games. If they can't stem the tide here a little bit, mate, it's going to be a blowout. And they're going to have to go and fight to try and stay in it against Saudi Arabia. It's a tough task, mate.
Well, here's the thing. Now, I'm just predicting this now. Okay, right now, Lebanon passing around, making sure, they get to the open three. But what if Qatar comes in with the same mentality from Lebanon going to Saudi Arabia? I'm just saying, we've seen miracles happen. And if it does, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, look, it's going to be great for the viewers. Okay, terrible for the players. I can't imagine the pressure they're under right now. But here's hoping anyway. However, we managed great block right there. We managed expectations early on. Saudi Arabia have won the previous 3 tournaments. Yes. And they were coming in to try to get a 4-peat. No nation in the world has done that, as we see a nice open 3 again here from Lebanon. And they were always going to be hard to beat. Let's not take anything away, though. Lebanon, let them have their moment in the sun here because this performance has been truly dominant. Immediately,
beautiful rocket by baby, but missed dunk. But right here, coming right there, Lebanon, step back. That's James Harden up, but you looked away. I know Cool Guys doesn't look at explosions, but he should have looked out to get the rebound.
Yeah, you're going to want to go ahead and make sure you're stroking green before you turn your back on the shot. But yeah, you're spot on. Was a nice looking shot. But yeah, Lebanon, turn it around real quick, Vince. It's been impressive. Look at this. Their attack. Okay, we all thought that was going.
We all thought it was going in.
We did. But yeah, it's been a great turnaround here, and now Qatar have to go and try and do the same thing, but against Saudi Arabia. Tall order. Very, very tall order. Good boards right here. Another open 3, and Lebanon drop in another 3-pointer. We got a minute 50 left here in the third. Clock is ticking towards victory for Lebanon. Unless Qatar can do something truly phenomenal. I just don't know if they have the repertoire right now.
I was talking about miracles that can actually happen. I mean, if they're able to come back from this deficit, I will fly to Qatar tomorrow and make sure I shake everyone's hand and touch everyone's feet out of respect. Going, you are the kings. Oh my God. But I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon. But as you can see, they're still balling out. They're not giving up. But great defense by Lebanon. I mean, they're showing that they deserve to be here.
Yeah, big time. And I'm telling you what, mate, it's certainly not for the faint of heart, though, is it? I mean, this is a big-time performance again. Back-to-back big-time performances. Nice 3 from the corner. Okay, if you're Qatar, that's what you're looking for here. Yeah, lads, we're down big. We're going to lose this one here. But what can we do? What can we kind of unlock from a strategic perspective, a tactical perspective that might work against Saudi Arabia in our next game? And we're going straight into that game.
Again, short-term memory, all right? This game is basically done. We got 5 more minutes of pain, but denied right there, block. I know that hand hurt. But again, 5 more minutes of this pain, but let's make it a win the next time. And you're right, there could be constructed some kind of way to take out one of the top teams in this tournament.
Interestingly enough as well, similarities between Lebanon here and Saudi Arabia. They're up 65-24. They've actually missed a fair few threes.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Really quick, shout out to DMC, not you. I meant the point guard from Qatar who's sharing the screen. Okay, look, like I said, if you're talking smack about me, I'll take it, all right? I love constructive criticism. Just don't make fun of any of my players. Don't make fun of my people. I'm like Shanks. Get out of here. We don't want that negativity. But I appreciate you, DMZ, and Qatar still has this setup. But, yo, look, it's not about the setup, okay? It's not about the setup. I said this the other day. It's not the size of the dog of the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. And I'm telling you, you got the most beautiful stuff in the world, but if you don't got the talent or you don't got the ability to play, they're just going to show out and not show up.
Yeah, big time. And don't worry, Vince. I think that if we were to give you a grade, it'd definitely be an A++.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you too, brother.
Big A for Australia, mate.
Hey.
Good on you. And no, but this has been a really great performance from Lebanon as they pressure on the inbound three-pointer. Wow, that is, okay. That's a highlight moment right there. Steal three? Are you kidding?
3 words, 3 points, confidence. Right there. 3 words, 3 points, confidence. That right there shows that they know what they're doing. I'm telling you, I'm thinking that last game was a little bit of a fluke. All right, they were just off. They're worrying about the latency, worrying about the internet, but now they're warmed up. They're ready to go.
As we see,
oh, a glitch. It happens sometimes.
Okay.
He flicked it, and look at them laughing right now. Muhammad is going, oops, my bad. I meant to pass, but it was a shot. But look, shirts came off. He had a jacket on, sweating a little bit. I see the captains really balling out, really focused, but they're not letting up because, you know, they have a game right after this.
Yeah, back-to-back games. Again, loving the format here. eFIBA Season 1 is not disappointing. I hope all the viewers are having a great time as well. It's great to see chat blowing up. And we're simul broadcasting across several platforms here, which is truly epic, including TikTok, you know?
Yep.
Which is really cool to see. But yeah, they're going to go straight on to their second game of the day, our Qatar. Lebanon have had to face Saudi Arabia and, you know, lose big there, but then turn around here and win big. Which is like truly impressive to see. Oh!
Slammer jammer. I'm seeing that man fly and hurt the rim. Can you get the rim a Band-Aid? Because I think it's hurt.
Yeah, it's definitely going to need some aloe vera right there, mate. A burn rim, because that was nice. But yeah, it's been impressive. Now, Qatar need to go and try and do the same thing. Easier said than done. I don't envy the position. Oh my word.
One.
I don't envy the position these athletes are in. They're already making their country proud just by being here, representing their nation. So shout out to them, their basketball federations, and of course FIBA. However, yeah, tough ask right now, it has to be said. Going straight into the belly's beast again, it's going to be difficult.
Absolutely, and again, shout out to everyone there on Twitch, and please follow eFIBA everywhere, okay? eFIBA_official on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Shout out to, you know, my man Claude VT. He says, no offense, but what I see hurts the eye. But I'm telling you this is when you can create your own arena. I've played in certain college basketball arenas in which the lights are a little off. They're a lot brighter than other ones. It's kind of a tactic, okay? Because then you get used to it, you know, to shoot in the gym. So I think that's the reason why. But again, everyone else, thank you so much for being a part of the chat. Again, follow us on those social media platforms. But man, that was a beautiful three from the corner from Lebanon.
Yeah, and have a look at this now, mate. The entire Lebanese team has been activated. Yeah, that was a really awesome three right there. It's so hard to do that. Anyone watching at home, to stroke that, the deft touch you need, really nice driving traffic right there. It's really, really difficult to achieve. Okay, so 2 minutes left here, fourth quarter. Lebanon up 85-26. Qatar not going down without a fight. They are continuing to hustle. However, Lebanon are just quite literally activated. They are on fire. That's another basketball game, but an old school one. However, really, really impressive. Look at this for rebound. 34 rebounds tonight.
Amazing. That's how you crash the boards. I see you, big boy. You just, oh my God.
What? Okay, that might be the dunk of the tournament, Vince. That was huge. Are you kidding me?
So you got to pat my back. I think I choked him. I don't know what's happening, but I do know that I just saw. Let's just say there is thigh sweat on that opponent's forehead right now. That's what you call a posterize. That was beautiful.
Wow, mate. That is the dunk of the tournament. Are we agreed? Like right there. Oh my goodness. I'm writing it in my notes. I'm putting a circle around it. That was truly epic.
Fantastic.
Goodness gracious.
And I think I got a question for you when it comes to Twitch right now, saying that all these guys, IRA players who are playing at the 2K tournament for this.
Asking a question, are they all in real life players?
Yep.
No, some of them are. Some of them are quite literally IRL athletes and e-athletes. Others, quite a few of them are actually former in real life athletes who are now e-athletes. So a little bit like yourself and myself. We see another beautiful dunk there. As you can see the lineups here, some of them, most of them have played competitively at some stage though.
Yep, I do know some people have played and represent their national teams. Some have trophies. But yeah, just want to shout out to SS Dots. That is true. And I'm always going to go to my eFIBA expert for these questions because that's why he's the man. I'm just the host. course. I'm basically the appetizer. This guy's the prime rib. So we got to make sure this flows right.
Vince, mate, you're the host with the most, buddy. No one better to be on the desk with. This has been so much fun. And we're actually having a bunch of fun here in Denmark off camera as well. Rest assured, guys. A really fantastic tournament so far. We're loving it. But yeah, I think that as we see another beautiful three from Lebanon, it's just been night and day, their performance against Saudi to their performance now. They look like two different teams. So, you know, which Lebanon is going to potentially show up in the final unless Qatar can somehow come out with a massive upset? We're going to have to wait and see. But obviously the tournament goes all the way to Tuesday, Wednesday, Vince. So many good games ahead.
So many good games ahead. I mean, 13 seconds left in this. I mean, I am so excited to see what's going to happen the next game. Because now Qatar with that loss going against Saudi Arabia, we have already saying they're trying to create history being 4-time champions. But I want to see if Qatar got that dog, got that fight, got that, you know what? What we're going to do, try our best. But you never know. Your best may take it to the promised land. So 6 seconds left, 97-30. I'm telling you, Lebanon's trying to hit 100, and they possibly can if they make these free throws.
Yeah, they're going to, okay, first one in, glorious. Good to see free throws being made. I can't even do this right. Second one missed, quick board, timeout. I think he missed that intentionally, Vince. I think he did. Oh, yeah, the Qatar players know it too. Yes, the Lebanese players are going for a bucket here, either a 3 or a 2 to break the hundo. National pride on the line. There it is.
Oh, baby! Are you telling me that's a century on the scoreboard? 130. I see people in the chat saying he couldn't do it, but they just did.
Oh, that was magnificent. Are you kidding me, Vince? So they get the plus 70 point differential, which makes them basically 0-0 point differential. Very impressive there. Well done, Team Lebanon. Oh, look at the wry smile. They knew they were getting the hundo. And of course, Team Qatar, they've got to flush it out, reload, get ready to go here because they're about to take on the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Definition of short memory, okay? They didn't let the last game shake them. They didn't let that last game say they got to quit. What they went in with more confidence, more buckets, and they reached 100 points. In the chat, anybody from Lebanon, let me see it. But we got some highlights of this game. Qatar and Lebanon, as you can see, boom, pump fake, coming down the lane, doing a two-hand jam. One of the dunks hit right there, rocking my baby block. And I remember this play beautifully because they said, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Right there, rock a bye, baby, beautiful dome. Then all of a sudden, fantastic offensive board to the corner, and then they splash it.
Yeah, it's just this discipline, really, and they really came in with a game plan. The shooting was absolutely epic. This was a big one, too, right there. Lots of hungry dunks, and they were feeding the rim right there. Glorious stuff. What are we going to get right here? Another one. Oh, the alley-oop to himself. Yeah, this was the highlight. But the dunk of the tournament is coming up right here.
I can't wait for this.
Absolutely awesome stuff. As we see another double pump.
This is a double pump, but the dunk we're waiting for was actually absolutely disrespectful. But I got to get to Lebanon. I mean, this was it. Oh, wait, was that it? I don't think that was it.
It's coming. It's in traffic. It's from the wing. I believe we could be about to see it right now. There it was. Yes.
Goodness gracious, right there. John Morant just did a dunk like that a couple of days ago. Breaking angles. I mean, I'm going to say a little bit of math. I remember there's an acute triangle, there's an isosceles triangle, and obtuse triangle. Yeah, I remember math 101. High school. But he went full 180 degrees and said, hey, I'm about to break the universe. Bam! That was beautiful. And then I think we got some beautiful Qatar highlights because they did pretty well as well.
They weren't too shabby out there. Certainly physics-breaking dunks are what we're all about here at eFIBA Season 1. Loving every minute of it, Vince. But yeah, Qatar, they were pretty solid. Look, they started off really decently, and I was not expecting a blowout early on as we saw like that dunk in traffic, for example. But then as you can see, the score really got away from them there. Lebanon stuck to their game. That did not stop them from making plays like this, though. And that's what I really love to see. National pride on the line. You're pulling on the digital jersey for your nation. So yeah, you get your open shots, you make your threes, You get your drives, you make your dunks. It was great to see, Vince.
Straight up was a dunk competition in between the games. It was beautiful to watch. The score didn't represent the entertainment we saw, but I did love to see the fight of Lebanon. I am so proud of y'all because, look, after any kind of defeat, when you're losing by 20 points, you may say, you know what, I don't think we should be here. But these people whooped your butt as if they stole the lunch money and they were trying to get it back. But I gotta admit, you came back with a nice, good point of poise. You said, you know what? We are gonna be better than this and we're gonna thrive. So congratulations on that win and reaching 100 points.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. They lost by 70. They turned around moments later and won by 70. And now it's Qatar's turn. It's like, what do you got in the tank? What do you got in the mental tank as well as the physical tank? Go back to back. Saudi Arabia, we called it from the top, guys. We said they are the favorites. They won the last 3 tournaments. Going for the 4-peat, no other nation in the world has achieved that yet, Vince. So they're playing for history. We may never see this streak beaten again. I mean, it literally might be a decade before a team even has a chance. You never know. So this is going to be a massive match right here.
Absolutely. Now, it's already been 5 games. We're going to the last game, and the matchup right here is Qatar versus Saudi Arabia. And I want you to lead on Qatar because, man, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they might have had their sub in there. We're just going to get word from production on that because Uzi really didn't step up or show up at all.
No.
And he's a very good player, so that kind of surprised me right there. Yeah, so Sad is always going to be active. Sad SMS there in the paint. Maybe look for him to kind of step up and be a leader.
Yep. Now, right now, Saudi Arabia, I'm going to watch Uchia. Reason why I'm going to watch Uchia is that he's been the center right there, and you know what? Rebounds were incredible. Now, we know this team can shoot the 3, and sometimes it goes to second chance offense, and Uchia facilitates that. As soon as they get right down the court, they may miss that first transition 3, but once he gets that rebound, he's popping it back out, and that splash is going down.
Yeah, and that discipline we saw from Saudi Arabia, I mean, they look like an absolute pro team out there, you know, international level.
Yep.
Playing at the highest possible level. Their tactics were sound. I think you're spot on. And of course, look for Paolo once again. His stick skills, just uncanny right there. Not even necessarily breaking ankles. He's just wily. He really is hot. He's like Wiley. You can't get a hold of him.
Don't know what's going on.
And then he just shoots it from halfway. I mean, they were shooting from the car park, Vince.
They were shooting with confidence. They were shooting with breeze. Like, it was just easy breezy. Beautiful cover girl. But anyway, I also want to say this. I got to do the compliments from Twitch. Give it up for SS Dots. Literally just said, you should do this event every or twice every year. It's a wonderful event. We want to say thank you so much, SS Dot.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Yes, already we're, you know, in between the games, we're telling production, listen, I think we have to go to the Philippines.
Exactly.
Okay. But no, shout out to the entire crew here that's making it work as well in Denmark. We're on location. We're having an awesome time. 30 nations here having an amazing time at eFIBA Season 1. You'll notice there's a number at the end of the name. Season 1. So yeah, we're going to be back with more seasons, and I can't wait, Vince. It's going to be great.
It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Now, as you see, we got the group standings. As you can see, Saudi Arabia holding that #1 spot. Shout out to Ludacris, and also Lebanon, #2. As you see, canceled out 0 and Qatar 9-70.
The 2 teams with the gold points that you can see there are going to be the 2 teams that proceed to the finals. It'll be played on Tuesday, Wednesday, so make sure you're tuning in for that. Everything to play for right now. It's going to be very, very difficult for Qatar to not only beat Saudi Arabia, but beat them by 70. So, pride on the line first and foremost in this one. However, stranger things have happened. We'll be watching Qatar. Maybe Uzi suits up for this one because he is a difference maker. You know, always difficult when you step on the court and you don't have one of your studs with you. However, we saw just there, Lebanon get smacked by 70 points and then win by 70 points. Stranger things have happened.
I'm about to get a little nerdy right here, so they may be in an upside down place, okay? All right? 11 may show up out of nowhere, okay? We may have some monsters, we may have some demons coming in, but I do know is that anything's possible I don't think it's likely, but we have seen stranger things in real life. If they can pull it off, that'll be amazing. And I also want to say this, shout out to all the teams that are participating here at eFIBA Season 1. You're representing your country, you're getting your names out there, you're getting your flag waved all over. That's the point of eFIBA, is when taking international basketball teams coming together as one. It's an honor to be a part of this, and I can't wait for this last game of today.
It's going to be awesome. I can't believe we're already at game number 6. It's flying by, Vince. This is absolutely wild. We woke up this morning. We went to the hotel. We had breakfast together. We went to the gym together. We were talking about these games. It's flown by, and I'm pumped. It's really exciting. But then we're back, tomorrow, Sunday, and then for the finals, Tuesday, Wednesday. 6 pretty epic days.
Absolutely amazing. Now, here's the thing. We know Saudi Arabia is an absolute dominant force in the group, but I just got word from production. Okay? They said, this is live. Due to connection issues, the last game is going to have to be canceled.
Wow, okay.
Okay? Look, we know you want to love, and we got more game all during this weekend. I mean, we're here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and back on Tuesday and Wednesday. But this is the price of how we're advancing in technology.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
Well, look, it's all down to the tournament construct as well, right? So this is why we have regions geographically.
Yep.
Could you imagine the connectivity issues maybe between, USA and Australia playing in the same bracket? That'd always be difficult. This is why we have everybody grouped together from a regional perspective. And occasionally the gremlins get in the machine. Not to blame the gremlins, but hey, they can be the scapegoat this time around. 5 amazing games though, Vince, and we'll have plenty more action over the weekend as well.
Absolutely amazing. Now, we have a great interview from the Saudi Arabian manager and captain, because they've been real dominant throughout this entire program and tournament. I'm just so flabbergasted of what they do. Right there, how you feeling, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. Now, what is your gamer tag so everybody can know out there?
Sorry again?
Your gamer tag.
Ayochiha.
You're a Chia. Now, the one thing is that I've been rooting for you so much, and I gotta say this. I just got one question before I get the real question about the game. Are you a Naruto fan?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so right there.
Especially for Itachi.
Itachi and Sasuke, Chidori, but the lightning strike. Now, I've been watching you play all through this tournament, and you are a power rebounder. What gave you that inspiration to make that certain avatar?
Actually, when I was young, I watched the Slam Dunk animation. So I learned from the animation that the rebound is the most important thing in the basketball. If you win the rebound, you will win the game.
Absolutely, and we're watching you do that absolutely ferociously. I am so proud of you. Now, you guys came out firing. What did you talk to with your teammates about making so many threes in that first game?
Yeah, actually, we was practicing on our technique in playing. If you score too much 3-point, of course you will win the game.
Yes.
So we're focusing on 3-point to make the difference between the team and the score. It's too much for us.
Got it. Now, I have you on screen, and I have to ask this. You have a chance to make history. 4 times a champion when it comes to eFIBA events. How does that feel representing Saudi Arabia?
Of course, I'm very glad to represent my country for the 4th time. So it's an honor to me. And also for my teammate. And we hope to bring the title for us for the 4th time.
All right, well, guess what? It was absolutely amazing meeting you. I can't wait to see you more in this tournament. Shout out to the Hidden Leaf Village, because the Uchiha clan, when you got that Sharon gun, is crazy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There, Vince. I'm just sitting here watching the guys. I mean, you can see what it means to them, the national pride, the smiles on those faces. However, we don't get to play the 6th and final game. That's fine. We still have plenty of other action today, and now it's time to have a look at the full standings and see exactly what we learned from those action-packed games, and in particular, who's going to be pushing forward to the finals on Tuesday, Wednesday. So all of our results so far. We came out in a cagey affair, their first ever game. Mongolia dropping to Indonesia there. However, bouncing back straight away there. Yeah. We saw Indonesia taking on the Philippines.
Yes.
We saw Philippines rising above the rest. And then, last but not least, Philippines versus Mongolia doing a really, really good job as well.
Gotcha. Shout out to J-Mac. We got to say for the Philippines because he's the president. But with these matches, as you see, Mongolia, Indonesia taking on the top spot. Philippines taking out Indonesia. Philippines, again, showing the dominance. But then Saudi Arabia, 117-47, winning by that crazy deficit. But then, after scoring 100 points, Lebanon, after losing from the deficit, scores 100 points right there. That 30-point difference, I think that's something in the cards because we know Lebanon, Saudi Arabia has that amazing rivalry. And again, because we're doing eFIBA events, internet is key. Sometimes the bandwidth can go through, so we had to cancel the last game.
Yeah, and look, there were some fantastic results there and some truly epic games as well. And I mean, I had so much fun kind of taking down our notes. I think we might have had the dunk of the tournament there in the Lebanon-Qatar game, which was absolutely fire. But we saw Saudi Arabia coming out. That was a massive narrative for me. And it looks as though they're going to be defending the crown. Rather from a position of authority, shall we say.
Gotcha. And now we have more games for you. We're going to show Group 1 and what you're going to see very soon when it comes for this fantastic Southeast Asia qualifiers. So Group 1 right there, Philippines on top, plus 70 points with 4 points. Indonesia second, so they're definitely going to finals. And then Mongolia, sadly it's out, but we're so happy you joined us. Thank you so much for representing your country.
Yeah, and just to kind of jump on the Mongolia point right there, what they had in Sam Nation is a player who showed that he can hang with the best in the world.
Yes.
Like, just to be clear, Indonesia, Philippines, Southeast Asia, best 2K players in the world. He came out there, they lost, but only narrowly to Indonesia, but did really, really well. That's a building point. And now we have our standings here from the Middle East region, and this was, again, like pretty impressive. Saudi Arabia will go through after, I guess, not being able to play in that final game, but they will go through with the point differential there and the fact that they got the win over Lebanon. And that is going to be our 2 finalists there. Qatar, they'll be feeling like a little bit unfortunate. Would have liked to seen Uzi playing, but I got to tell you, what was impressive there was the setup, and that's what you want to see from the basketball federations and these e-athletes. You want to see the room, you want to see the setup, you want to see the coaches in the background, the national team competing at an international level, really supporting their men.
Gotcha. Now, as we talked about, there are 4 regions. There was Asia, Africa, Europe, and of course America, and we got more games for you tomorrow. I want you to see this really fast because we're going to watch the qualifiers for Africa. So you're going to see these fantastic teams representing this beautiful continent. And then we got Egypt, Madagascar, Benin, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, which is basically the Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, Morocco, and Tunisia, which I am so excited to see them play because I actually just came from Cairo, Egypt, to see them in eFIBA. I am excited.
Yeah, and you know what? They're actually probably my early favorites to take this entire conference right here. They might be taking the continent there, it has to be said, but that's what we're going to be looking out for. Can we see a new challenger emerge from the African continent to challenge the likes of Egypt, who always put forward a really good team, always compete very well? Tunisia is one to keep an eye out for as well. But I love that map right there. I mean, we're getting new nations participating every single tournament. eFIBA Season 1, the first of many. I'd love to see that entire continent lit up by the time we get to eFIBA Season number 2. Very, very cool. Right now, Egypt, though, the ones to beat.
Right there, they're the favorites. I want to congratulate all the teams that now passed to the final there in the Asia qualifiers. You guys did absolutely fantastic. Philippines, Indonesia, Qatar, and also Lebanon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then tomorrow, as I said, we have more esports for you. eFIBA, first time ever, Season 1. I can't wait. NBA2K, you're going to watch the qualifiers for Africa. We're going to be back tomorrow at Danish time, 16:30. This was absolutely a beautiful experience. You have anything else to say, Chris, about today?
Vince, thank you, and thank you to the production crew. Thank you to everyone watching. The fact we're going streaming across multiple platforms as well. We got our TikTok. Come on, we got our Turkish commentary team as well. This is awesome. Really enjoy being here with you, mate.
Okay, we're going to say goodbye, but don't forget, follow everywhere on social media. eFIBA_official, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Y'all been awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, and especially my people on Twitch. I can't forget you. Thank you for participating. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.